program is brought to you in living color.
It's Sunday afternoon, so it's time for Doc's Chat Party. Join Doc, co-host Jeff Kendall, and their guests for 2+ hours of fun, frivolity, and maybe fisticuffs. And now, here he is, your host, Doc Duckus.
Applause, applause, applause. Yay. A round of applause. Yes. Thank you from our audience of one. I have a feeling some people didn't turn their clocks back. But it's 4 o'clock here. Where are you? Oh, well, you'll have to watch the replay if that's the case. But here we are. Sunday. Afternoon. Of course, every show brought to you with it by Yop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a new flavor.
Today it's banana flavor.
Banana flavor, yeah.
Alrighty, yes.
That would be good.
Could be. I don't know. We'll test it later. Look,
Hi.
there's Jeff Kendall and the cat.
Me and Ace.
Good old cat.
Yeah,
Meow.
Ace is just fixing the storm.
Meow.
Telling me it's fixing the storm.
We got Tim Allen too.
Alan here too.
I think he likes the Ramones today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's pretty good spotting that out of just an O and an N.
I know. I'm sitting there like M-O. Ramones could be. Yes. Ding. Yes. Got it. Yes. See, I'm not that dumb. See? And we got James
Hi,
Farley.
James Farley.
Hey, James.
And Journey. Yeah.
Oh.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
And weather reports 55 degrees at Farleytown,
Oh, boy.
56 degrees and sunny here.
It's 67 degrees and storms here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I heard there was some severe weather in your neck of the woods.
Tornadoes last night. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, this morning it said Oklahoma is without power. It's like, wow.
Some areas. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Oklahoma City, Tulsa. They showed this bar graph. And it's like, no.
The entire city is no, nothing.
And of course, when you're without power, you're powerless to do anything about it.
This is true. You just have to sit tight and wait. Look, Matchstick Man's out there.
Go Matchstick Man.
And Ollie Power.
Ollie
Perry is there. Yay!
Hi, Ollie.
Yes, and of course, since you have joined
I
us.
bid you welcome.
Isabella.
Indeed, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in and stick around a while. We might.
Yes. Who knows what might happen? You might get to see a storm. If it starts storming, I point the computer out the window, let you watch the storm.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll start hailing.
See, Ollie's seen some storm chases on YouTube.
Yeah, one of my Oklahoma City TV channels is simulcasting on YouTube.
Couldn't you just open the door and let the cats go out and check the
I was
weather?
going to say, why don't you put your cats in little raincoats and send them out storm chasing? Put some GoPros on them and send them out storm chasing.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be almost as good as Peter Boothroyd walking into EMI.
Abbey Road. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty close.
I still think he needs to take a road trip to Friar Park and say, "Hey,
anywhere." Well, isn't Paul McCartney's house?
Not Friar Park. I'm sure Friar Park's got massive security after.
Oh, you can stand outside
after the event.
Yeah.
Go down where the Apple store was.
Yeah, the Apple Boutique or whatever.
Yeah, the Apple Boutique. Yeah, not the Apple store with the Genius Bar and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't count. But yeah, you're like, hey, look, Big Ben. You know, cool stuff like that.
That's an idea, Peter.
Well, he doesn't live in London, so that's,
Oh, I thought he did.
No, he doesn't live in London.
Where does he live?
Outside of London, I don't know.
He lives in
quite a
England.
ways away from London. I don't know exactly where. I've never been to his house.
I think I think Ollie's talking about Friar Park here. They now have 8-foot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, since the incident, I'll just call it the incident.
Yeah.
I'm sure security is
Ah,
very
Hey, Gur.
yeah,
strict there. Hello, Paul.
yeah, but at least most people here have turned the clocks back.
Yeah.
You know, it's
No, my clocks turned themselves back.
I don't really have any clocks anymore. I realize this is like the first time. I have one in my living room, but I haven't put batteries in it in like a long time.
I got one clock, and the
My
rest
bedroom one, I can't figure out how to set. So all the clocks I have set themselves, my computer and my phone and whatever.
my car set itself back, and the
Yeah,
TV.
Well, I do have my car, but my car clock hasn't been right in ages either.
What?
I haven't bothered to set it.
I'm only turning half my clocks back. Why? There must be a reason, but I don't know what it
In
is.
case he wakes up late, he can go into the room with the clock he didn't set back, and he's still got an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, since it's 4 o'clock, I anticipated another hour from now. That's going to be dark.
You're gonna be pretty soon. You're gonna be starting this show in the dark, just about that.
4 o'clock. Not at 4 o'clock, but
well, about 4:30, about Christmas time, about 4:30, it's gonna be dark.
Won't be dark.
I'll say, like Paul thinks it's like living in 2 time zones. I will get do-overs. I will get do-overs. I guess it's like living on one of those lines where when you cross, you're an hour behind. I remember one year that Canada didn't do it. We'll forget which way it went. That between here and Detroit, one of us didn't do the daylight savings time. So to try to figure out what was on TV, it was like, all this kind of stuff. And to turn in the 6 o'clock news, you turned it on at 7 or something. That only happened for 1 year. It's like, we're not doing that again. We all change. So
yes.
Yes, the Saskatchewan doesn't change. Neither does Arizona.
Yeah. Arizona.
It's cloudy days. Sometimes you get 2 hours of light. What do you live in? Tuktoyaktuk? I don't know. Oof. Anyway, here we are, 8 minutes into this fun thing, and we haven't shown any records yet.
We haven't. Who wants to go first?
You guys never show records.
I haven't bought any.
Well, I'm talking about actually CDs.
Yeah, that works. That works. It's physical media. Show it.
Am I first?
You are.
Yeah. Well, I went fishing Friday, and after I didn't catch any fish, but I caught a couple of bargoons.
Oh,
and
that's
the lady
good.
was restocking at half price books the 2 for $5 bin. So I got an interesting 3 CD set. This is an English set. This is Greatest Ever Mod, the Definite Collection. And this has got 3 sets of some rarities, some classic hits from the 60s and 70s. And this is really good on 3 CDs. Now there's some other Greatest Ever collections that you can get.
60s pop.
60s pop, the one I'm interested in. This one's good, and the 60s pop one is really good.
Did I say driving songs? Right? Driving songs. Power ballad.
Put that out.
What? Who put it out?
Yeah.
Let me see. I have to grab my flashlight and see.
What company behind that? Because I couldn't see.
Universal UMC.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's very legit.
Yeah.
I was wondering just how legit it was. It's very legit.
And then there's not.
Right. This
Is there some soul on that?
Yes.
They put a lot of soul on mod comps in the UK. They don't really hear, but
and even a couple of blues songs.
Yeah, they generally put a bunch.
So this one was $250, and now another had a classic album that I owned back in the 70s, $2.50. Elton John.
Ooh, it's the remastered version too.
Yeah,
that's
Yellow Brick Road, $2.50. And remember, I was telling you I bought something from Goodwill.com. Well, Friday it came in, $4.50.
Remastered version again.
Yes.
Bonus tracks.
Yeah. So I got some pretty good stuff.
I know. I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah. Oh, you can't? I can't get it. Yeah.
Oh, boy, blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you have, Tim? Anything?
Well, yeah, but I've also got a question for Doc. Am I a regular part of this cast now?
I would say yes.
I've got some housekeeping to do. I'm wondering about how much vacation time I get.
Whenever
you like.
Anyway, okay, nothing great here, but I might even already have this. But I picked it up because things are still half price at median stuff. So 50 cents at my thrift store.
Okay.
It was 2 records set on vinyl. It's just the Columbia stuff, which is perfect for me because I don't really like their Capitol power ballad stuff anyway. And the last 5 tracks are like only available here, which is nice. I have this on vinyl. I might even have the CD. I don't even know, but for 50 cents, I picked it up anyway. And I picked this up, and there's a story behind this.
Okay.
Ooh. Story time.
I have that one.
2 records set, Best of the Beach Boys, career spanning.
Beach Boys?
Bee Gees. But I already have this. But here's the thing. I bought this at an FYE in their like budget bin for like $3 or $4 or something new. Got it home, played the first disc. Great. Played the second disc. It sounded suspiciously like the first disc.
Oh, you got 2 discs number 1s.
So yeah, it had 2 discs number 1. In fact, that's it. So I found this for 50 cents again, and this one has, I can tell them apart because this one has a broken case. So what I'm going to do right now,
you switch them
right in front of you,
right now live on camera, is I'm going to take this 2 out of this one
and put another one.
Put in disc 2 from this one. Now I've got a perfect one in a perfect case, and I've got this other thing. I hope I just put the right disc in. I think maybe I didn't.
No. He's got 3 disc 1s now.
Yeah. I may have just switched the wrong disc, but that's the idea anyway. I'll look at that.
I've never seen that record before.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to pick up mine. Mine's over there.
And I picked up one movie for 50 cents.
Okay,
and I watched it. And this was great. How come America can't do war films as good as this? Because this didn't have like a John Wayne type hero like all American war films do. Some superhuman guy that, you know, in fact, this guy right here, you didn't really even like him, but still you rooted for him. And this is just a really good movie. And I love when they filmed in black and white, but it was widescreen. For some reason, I love that. And so
the cover makes it look like it's going to be a color movie.
And this is when you see that on the back, you know it's not. But I want it to be black and white. So I'm great movie. If you've never seen it, and you ever get a chance to see Sync and Bliss,
99
this is great. This is it was 50 cents because it was half price.
Oh wow! Ultra Bargoon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy nothing. What? Are we having a test of the emergency broadcast system?
It says an emergency alert. I'll tell you where it is. It
Yeah, I
doesn't say
think
where
Jeff's getting emergency. That's what I assumed.
Well, Jeff is looking that up. I'll just hold something up and
keep talking. I'm going to see what it is.
I'll keep talking. Okay. Just for something random off the shelf. Look, Slade. Yeah.
Ooh.
Come on, everybody, get up on your feet. Stamp your hands.
That's the original. If you didn't know, Doc, that's their original greatest hits album.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you go to Podomatic.com, you'll hear a good 5 songs off of this.
Well, I don't know if they're all on there, but yeah, no, I took that from. See if I can find it.
Yeah, Slade. Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Wrong button.
I took my 5 songs from this.
Oh, okay.
Box set. Ooh.
It's a 1045 box. But because I have a Slade's Greatest Hits, but it's not, I have that on vinyl. But on CD, I have a Slade's Greatest Hits with a few more songs on it than that.
Yeah, actually, I've only seen it on CD once, and I bought it, and I've never seen it again. So, like, I guess it's a good thing I bought it when I did. Yeah, exactly. It's one of the first CDs I owned. Because I had this on vinyl and never saw it on CD until I went on a road trip and they had it. I'm like, I better buy it because I may never see it again. And I never did see it again. So I bought. Yes.
And if anybody wants to know, that's a tornado warning for Canadian County in Oklahoma. I live in Grady County in Oklahoma. And
this is what I've got on CD.
Okay. Oh, the best of Slade. Okay.
Get your boots on.
Yep.
No, I've never seen that before.
This is on Shout. Yep.
How come Naughty doesn't have his hat on?
I don't have it on that day. I don't know.
No, and was it Dave Hill doesn't have his hair cut weird, over his head?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Need to be big anymore, Doc.
No, I guess not. See, Mick says here in Michigan, the latest sunset is 5 p.m. because of where they are in the Eastern time zone. In the summer, it stays light almost until 10. So right here, it's I don't want to call it dim just yet. I think it's just cloudy. Yes, I did, and Naughty turned it down. That's too bad because I would have liked to hear AC/DC with Naughty.
That would be interesting.
He's giving it up. Naughty's old. I mean, Naughty's older than most of those guys.
Well, yeah, but this was like back in the late 70s, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
After
all right.
All right. Brian Johnson and the other guy.
Slade was still around, weren't they? In some form.
Yeah, at least until the 80s, sure.
Well, no. Well, I think they broke up for a minute, but I don't. I think they're still around.
There's some footage of them playing some festival, and thank you, Bon Scott. Yes, duh. There's some footage of them playing a festival, and it's like they were an afterthought. Like, oh, let's put Slade on the bill, okay? And it was like 5 people showed up or something. It's kind of sad. Like, Naughty was with Slade until 1993. Yeah. Okay. Why? I drove it today. I went to a coffee shop day with the old farts. I drove it today. I'm not sure about that. I don't think so.
Most of them. I know Nadi's not. I mean, Nadi was looking really old like 15 years ago. I got their movie In Flames, and they interviewed Nadi, and he's just looking really old. And this was quite a while ago.
So right now, Nadi's probably like 90 or something.
Yeah. Nadi was old.
So Dave Hill's the only member left. So like it might be Dave Hill with a couple of other guys.
Okay.
Kind of like how Sweet are getting along now. So is it Brian Connolly who's traveling around pretending that they're Sweet? Something like that.
I thought it was that other guy. I forget his name. Nadi's 78. I thought he was older than that.
Wow.
I really did. I thought he was.
He's not even doing jumping jacks like Ringo.
No, but he didn't age well then because, like I said, he's looking pretty old. Oh, I gotta go answer my door. I'll be back.
Oh, Eve, I'm calling. Oh wow, this doesn't happen often. We're interrupted for a doorbell. No, James, you're a little late. I'll have to save that till he comes back. So how many times has Jeff Kendall? Oh, now he's got the sound off. Now what's going on in the meantime? What's going on, Jeff?
2 tornadoes.
2 tornadoes? What?
And they're both gonna miss me.
So like you better gather the cats and head for the bathroom.
I mean they're going away from me. They're not gonna miss me. I mean they're not.
They've missed you.
They're missing. They're already there because tornadoes rarely they go a certain path. They rarely turn. You know.
I suppose they just come down and go back up. Wow. But how many times have you listened to ELO's El Dorado?
Twice.
Well,
I've listened to that. I was cleaning the house this morning and I turned the instrumental part in. You know. Yeah.
Well, Ollie Perry is amazed you have such a good signal.
Yeah, I know.
Especially after this morning, it seemed like you wouldn't have any signal, any power or anything. Wow. Yeah. So like Jeff is here in the middle of a.
I'm here. I mean, I might have to go away, but I'm here now. So.
Oh, like when that siren thing goes off.
If you hear the siren, I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
It's time to abandon ship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a true statement. I bet not many Americans realize south of Detroit is Canada. This is true. It's the only section of Canada that is south of the U.S. That is true. So when I point that way to the north, it's USA. Crazy, isn't it? Wow. Nutty. It's a nutty bit of geography that I am south of Detroit. Weird. Hey, come back here. We'll tell you more good stuff, I'm sure. We got to find out who's at Tim's door if he comes back. Oh. Yeah, winking, blinking.
You never know what might happen. You might see a tornado.
Oh, that should be good. That's
fun.
Good for ratings. Let's watch that living room just go.
Yeah, cats floating around, you know.
Kind of like the Wizard of Oz, where you see cows go by, you see cats go by.
A little bit ago, we had a big clap of thunder, and was a couple of cats in front of the door. They're not there anymore.
Enough of that shit. No, we're not sitting up here no more. Like,
climb under the bedroom, under the bed in the bedroom. So, yeah.
Oh, they're all in their hiding places.
They're hiding places. Let's see. Ace is in the chair. He's taking a nap in the chair. He says, "Wake me when the tornado gets near." You know. So.
And the other two are just kind of like hiding under the bed or something. We don't know.
Where are you going?
He went to answer the door and never came back.
No, he fell into the void.
Like on a Sunday yet. Like who would be at his door on Sunday afternoon? I don't know. It's crazy. Well, since Tim is being busy, I know he wouldn't mind if we played this wonderful song here.
That might make the tornado go away.
Could be.
No.
It could be a political poll at the door, or the JWs.
Could be.
The JWs? Help me out. What's
JWs?
What's that?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, okay. You can tell when they're coming because they got the white shirts and a backpack coming. That means it's time to leave home.
Usually on a bike too.
Yeah. Well, there's usually two of them because like they'll take sides of the streets. You take that side and I'll take this side. We'll bang on all the doors. In my neighborhood, no one speaks English, so I'm afraid they'd find doing their canvassing around here would be fruitless.
Yeah, because when we see like the Jehovah's Witnesses, three or four people away, my son tells everybody in the apartment there'll be your door shut.
You get that siren going. Run, let's get out of here.
Yeah. And they got the biggest smile. Hi. Hey. Not interested.
Oh, how are you today?
Hi. Fine Sunday afternoon. Bye. And he slammed the door. Yeah.
Well, they could be from Japan, but if they bang on my door.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, that gets rid of them right away. Oh, see, Tim is currently involved in a heated theological discussion.
You never know.
Well, at least we got Wood Girl to look at in the meantime.
You got Wood Girl,
Yeah, see? Ha!
Yeah.
I make what I need. But apparently she doesn't need much lately. Some parts of Canada, by Doc, are even further south than parts of California. Yeah, the whatever parallel that goes.
Yeah.
So, like, we're kind of on a parallel or whatever with Northern California. We're in the banana belt. Because, like, we're the warmest part of Canada right here. So what is it? 56 degrees right now here. Yeah, Point Pelee. And actually, Pelee Island is even further south than that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's winemaking territory. Ooh. Or Pelee Island has some wine. You can only get there by ferry, too. There's no bridge or nothing. You have to drive your car onto this ferry thing that holds like so many cars, and you hope the thing doesn't sink. You have to go like 20 miles off the coast and go to this island. It's different. I've been there twice. So I can say, yes, I've been to Pelee Island. Yay. Nobody cares about that. I don't blame you for leaving. The warmest part of Canada, and you're right next to a lake. Not anymore. Not with global warming. No, it used to freeze up. Like Lake Erie used to freeze and all that kind of stuff. Not much anymore. Even the river here. Back in the old days, you used to walk across the river to go to Detroit. Not anymore. Not anymore. Oh, you're the guy who bought the BG.
Not me.
He wants
Not
this
me.
one. He's got 3 of them now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can I give one of the discs? Here, he's got 3 discs too, so they can just swap.
no, he's got 3 disc ones.
Okay.
Because the one thing came with 2 discs one, and then he bought another one with another disc one, but then he got a disc 2 to replace the disc 1 with.
But if he scratches one, he'll have extras.
This is true. Yeah, just stick them in a thing and just store them for later. If he ever needs another disc 1, he's got 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For the tornado for Grady County, it's going away from where I am.
Yeah.
It's headed to the Norman area.
Oh, not Norman. Oh, they always get stuff like that.
I know. And
if I lived in Norman, I'd move.
Indian County is going through. It looks like it's going to miss where Joy lives too. So she lives in South Oklahoma City. So
well, while we're waiting for Tim to come back, maybe we should check out the death of the week. It's Terry Garr. Oh, 79 years old.
She was she was like acting when she was in high school. Look real close. She is in some of the Elvis movies and the Beach Party movies. And she was, I think the one I remember, she was in an episode of Star Trek because of Assignment to Earth. And then she was in Head, the Monkeys movie. And then she went on from there. And a couple of years later, she was a star because she was in Young Frankenstein.
So what are you growling at now?
Gar.
Gar. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Gar. I read somewhere online that Gurr is one of the ugliest record covers ever.
Oh, impossible.
That picture of the gorilla.
The gorilla? No.
That's what it is.
No. I wonder if I can move this. There it is, way back there in the corner.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see the Gurr.
There it is. You can see there's a hole underneath Gurr too. So like there's a bigger hole underneath it. It's covering it up. So, oh, great. Now I move the smell and go back. Come on. Uh-oh. Come on. Is that it? Oh, that's close. No, it won't stick. Technical difficulties, everyone. Oh, crap. What the hell is that? Maybe I can use the buttons to fix it. Let's see.
Okay.
No, the other way. Not bad. Okay. Not only that, if you notice, it's getting dim in here. I have to reach up and turn the light on.
I was going to say, it's not dark yet.
Yeah, it's only 4:30, and it's time for extra light. Yes.
Time for to start getting dark. So.
I just got done with the one where they fix up an old robot and he turns out to be bad.
Oh, okay. The Lost in Space.
Oh, wait.
That's the one with Robbie the robot or the female?
Yeah. Hang on. I was. Okay. Wait a minute. There's a little bit to on here.
And she was also in a couple of the Beach Party movies, and she was a dancer in several Elvis movies, and we'll check and you'll see her. So.
See, I just got done with the one where they fix up an old robot and he turns out to be bad. Yes,
that would be the Robbie the robot one.
That's the Robbie first Robbie episode. Yes, yes. They're having an earthquake. Just about. It's not dark, but it's getting there. Wait a minute. Let's ask Jorgen how dark.
Hey, what's up, Jorgen?
Excuse me. What did you say?
I said, what's up?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm watching storms.
Doc was asking me something.
Is it dark over there in Sweden?
Yes.
Yes.
It's supposed to be.
I just had to turn the light on. So
it is midnight in 1 hour and 30 minutes.
That's pretty dark.
That's dark.
It's
And
not
that's
the
cold.
not the land of the midnight sun. No.
Dark.
Yeah.
I'm Emperor of Star Wars.
Yes, but no snow yet.
No, yes, we had snow. We have had a little snow, but I expect it to disappear within a week.
Okay, so it's the early snow. Okay.
James
Hi,
Farley.
James.
Hi, Jorgen. Great photographer that he is.
Yes.
Yes. George, music for all seasons, even the 4 seasons. Hello. Hello.
Well, only it doesn't freeze.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Henry says, Jorgen looks just like Emperor Palpatine.
Emperor Palpatine. Yeah.
Only the sea isn't freezing that much yet because it isn't cold enough.
Yeah. But you said yet.
Yeah.
I expect every ocean to freeze when it gets to December.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
My football game has started 0-0.
Okay. Well, we were going to ask.
Detroit and Green Bay, so I'm going to be going like this a lot.
Okay. I'm doing this too while we're watching the storm. Well, Jorgen, do you have anything new this week?
We had a red day. We have a red weekend in the calendar, so no thrift store have been opened.
Nothing new. Okay.
Nope.
Well, that's fine.
What is a red week?
Yeah, when it's Sunday and it is a kind of a red weekend. Red weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday has been red in the calendar. It's been holiday.
Sweden is weird.
What does red mean, though?
That is everything is closed.
Oh, okay.
It is like when stores are closed at the second days of Christmas or Christmas Day or something like that.
Oh, okay. Boxing Day.
And we had All Hallows Eve.
Oh, okay. So if you just run out of stuff, you just have to wait, right?
Well, of course, food stores or stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like
grocery stores are open,
but not a lot of other stores are closed.
Mm-hmm.
That means you may not get enough yop to.
No.
Yep.
We'll ask you. No yop.
Yep. No.
No, it's banana yop today.
Okay.
Banana. It is banana.
I hope it's better than the one last week.
Well, last week was the worst yop I've ever had. But since you asked, let's crack her open.
Have some yop, Doc.
And try a little banana yop.
Time for a yop.
Time for yop. Here we
go.
Get
some today if you live in Canada. If you don't live in Canada, I don't know where you can get it. Tastes banana-y?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like drinking a liquid banana.
Okay.
It's okay. You know, I still prefer like strawberry or one of those, but it's all right. That dragon one, didn't care too much about that one. So, we used to have blue laws here. Only food stores, grocery stores, and gas stations were open. Everything else, nothing. So, yeah, but even here, I remember the days when on Sunday everything would close. You couldn't do anything.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, back in the day.
Once upon a time in the 80s, every store was closed here and during Sundays, but now it has been opening up a bit. The more modern way become.
Yeah. So like the U.S. was open on Sunday.
Right.
So everybody here said, "Let's go to Detroit. Let's go shopping." No, because you had the day off anyway. Let's go to Detroit. Let's go shopping. Yeah. But Tim Allen's back. Yay!
Yay!
Hello, Jorgen. I had a visit.
I would say I had a vision.
No, I had a visit.
Yeah, we had a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Way up there. Okay, here it is. Tim, did you watch the Cure concert from a few days ago?
No.
Okay.
I'm not an '80s guy. No, I didn't watch the Cure concert.
That came up in my recommended too. So like
I didn't
watch
know about it, but I didn't watch it. I'm not a Cure. I'm not.
Yeah,
not my
on my recommended. Yeah, the Cure. Yeah, like it's either that or watching the latest Rick 9G.
Yeah.
Did that come up in your recommended?
He always comes up in mine.
Okay, did you see what
I don't watch it. I just ignore him. I don't watch him.
Okay, but did you see what it was?
No, I ignore him.
He's trying to do Batman again. He's gone back to the Riddler episode where the Riddler was filming silent comedies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but Rick 9G is claiming 2 people in that episode died right after filming.
Oh,
and he has an arrow over the guy that was the big guy that spoke German. He's insinuating he died right after filming. Oh, that Rick 9G. I know. It's dumb. What's my favorite soda? Squirt.
Oh, you like Squirt? Okay. When I used to drink soda, I drink a lot of root beer, and then I like the knee-high strawberry and grape.
Don't buy Moxie though.
This is Squirt or Squirt?
Squirt. But we can't buy it here. I have to go over there to buy it.
Squirt is similar to Sprite, I think.
It's more intense though. Squirt is more intense than Sprite.
Yes, I get Detroit channels because it's only 2 miles away. Of course I do. I don't have to go far. It's not like I get TV from Cleveland. No, I get Detroit. Right there, I got the Detroit Lions on right now.
Well, for now, till they build a huge wall between America and Canada.
Yes. Donald Trump will see to that. Yeah.
A lead wall. So
Now, did you watch The Cure or Rick 9G? Oh, the 2 old guys that were. No, he's claiming they died right after filming. He says this episode is cursed.
Well, they might have. It doesn't mean things happen. You know, I mean, I rarely just believe anything he says, but it's not. But it's so what? People die every day. You know. I mean, it's not a coincidence, you know. Somebody could visit my house and then get hit by a bus tomorrow. That doesn't mean I'm cursed. It means they visited my house and then they got hit by a bus the next day.
What a coincidence.
It doesn't mean anything.
I can link to Henry's comment over there about the 80s production up there.
Where are you here?
And a lot of people hate 80s production music. And for those, I can show this. Here's for you who hate the 80s production.
I don't like 80s production. But I lived through it. I didn't like it at the time. You know, I was so happy. I always tell Stephen Schnee, the best thing about the 80s for me was January 31st, 1989. That's the best thing about the 80s. It was about to be the 90s.
I don't think I can tell the difference between Sprite and 7-Up.
Well, Sprite and 7-Up are different tastes.
Oh, they're very different. They're very different.
Are they?
Yeah.
Which is better?
I like 7-Up.
Sprite is more intense than 7-Up.
Yeah.
And anybody remember Wink? Wink is like Sprite intensified. Wink is like, holy cow, too much flavor.
Wink was like Squirt.
Yeah, Wink is like Squirt, kind of.
But
even more intense. You're gonna have a big tall glass of Wink, fill it up with ice so it gets diluted along the way.
Yeah, but when Henry says, "What's my favorite drink?" it would have been Wink, but they don't make it anymore, or I can't find it anymore.
I think they still make it. You probably can't find it, but I think, believe it or not, it's still made.
But we don't get Squirt over here either. I have to buy it over in USA. So I don't get either unless I go shopping. But I used to love Wink because it was intense. Like, wow! But I used to love it, though. I used to love it.
Ollie, that's mean.
He said he's going to take a little vacation because he's getting married. Rick 9G?
Oh,
is he?
Yeah, no, he's getting married. I did hear that somewhere. He's getting married.
Oh, good. Maybe the wife will keep him off YouTube.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
that would be.
In fact, I have something that Rick 9G might be interested in, because you had talked about those guys that died after the MASH episode. He needs to do a video about how Ted Cassidy died. You know how Ted Cassidy died? You know what happened to him?
What happened to him?
Well, yeah, seriously. He died of a heart attack. Well, I think it was a heart bypass operation. His family had him cremated, and they buried his ashes in the backyard of their house.
Ugh.
And then they moved away. And they forgot where they buried him.
We buried Ted Cassidy back here.
Yeah, so Ted Cassidy is in the backyard of somebody's house. Here, honey, here's some ashes.
That sounds like a Rick Dane video.
That is a fact. Ted Cassidy
really kind of died the same way that his son died.
Yeah.
They were both huge alcoholics, and basically was killed them both.
But that's the truth about his ashes. His family moved away and forgot.
I hope they remember.
Because they moved away from the house. I guess the ashes are still there because they couldn't find him. So they decided to go move. Just leave.
I've only had Mr. Pibb maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I'm not a Mr. Pibb.
And they don't
like Dr. Pepper, so I don't think I've ever had a Mr. Pibb.
I've seen other knockoffs of Dr. Pepper, like Dr. something. You know, they're trying to.
Yeah, in Walmart they have Dr. Thunder.
There you go. Yeah, like Dr. something.
Diet Dr. Thunder.
But we have no knockoff of Dr. Pepper here.
Yeah. Dr. Who?
Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
There's no Dr. Pepper in Sweden?
Yes, we have.
Oh, you got, hooray. And they've got cherry Dr. Pepper too. And
yes.
I haven't tasted Dr. Pepper myself, but I've seen it, yes.
See, to me, Dr. Pepper is cherry. Why would you have cherry Dr. Pepper?
I don't know if there is such a thing as
to me, Dr. Pepper is cherry Coke, and I don't like cherry Coke. I don't like Dr.
I'm
Pepper.
not a cherry Coke.
Oh, I like cherry Coke.
No, I don't. I don't like cherry. So
Coke products are better than Pepsi's. You know, Fanta better than Crush.
depends
better than I'm coming, Matchstick Man. I'm 3 behind.
Depends.
This is the kind of thing where Mexican. I've heard that too, but we've got in Detroit. They've got Mexican.
Well, Mexican Coke still uses real sugar. It depends on what you like. It's much sweeter, but it's also a little grainier than American Coke.
I bought some.
It's definitely different. We sold it at Sam's Club when I worked at Mexican Coke.
So Dr. Pepper is just as good for old people. They got prune juice in it.
I remember having a recipe for hot Dr. Pepper. Heated up is supposed to be a.
Oh yeah, that's like a holiday type thing.
Yeah, holiday drink. Yeah, that's right, Matchstick Man. Like somewhere.
I know it's got roots in the backyard.
Yeah. Somewhere in the backyard.
That'd be so cool.
Ted Cassidy, or what? His ashes, or
Oh yeah, I was thinking for some reason when you said Ted Cassidy, I was thinking Jack Cassidy.
No,
Ted Cassidy.
So everything I said,
disregard.
that was all wrong. Because I was thinking Jack Cassidy for some reason. Who did die exactly like his son died.
Well, he burned in his condo.
Yeah, but he was on his way out.
He was, like he was.
His son was. I was thinking Jack, not Ted.
Yeah, it was Ted Cassidy. That's okay.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry and cream Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, never had it.
No. Yeah, I've never had it. I walked past.
Right here we're having a banana yop.
Banana yop. But I haven't drank soda in years. I quit drinking soda. No.
Well, I got lots of soda here, huh?
I just don't drink it anymore. So.
I'm looking to get some more. What? Oh, it all of a sudden went out of the brain. That cherry soda. Dang. Like when I did find it over there, it was in the exotic foods aisle. What's it doing here? Oh, cheer wine. Cheer wine.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But just don't glug it. Because after a while it's like, oh. I found that out. I was like, this is so good. Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
wait a minute. Oh.
Drink and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, take it in small amounts. Don't try to chug it. I never understood diet soda. Either have a sugar-filled soda or just drink water.
Yeah, but there's something about soda that it's almost addictive. I drink diet soda. I've drank diet soda since I don't know the 90s.
Well, like Coke Zero is okay. I don't mind that.
I don't like regular soda anymore. You drink diet soda long enough, and this isn't new. This has been years and years and years. Regular soda is awful to me. I do not like it. It's too strong. It's too powerful. I prefer diet.
Or you get some of those carbonated flavored water things.
I don't really like those either. There's just something about the cola taste that I really like. So, but I have one a day. That's it. I have one with my meal a day, and that's all the soda I drink.
Okay.
I've never heard of squash, except a squash. I don't know what that is.
No.
It's like a cordial. I don't know. Cassidy was drunk, fell asleep on a couch with a lit cigarette, died in the fire.
Yes, true. Wow. This is true. After a night of drinking, I think. Yeah.
I used to like Fresca. Well, back in the days when my aunt used to buy Fresca back in the 60s, and it was bad. But she drank it and went, all you kids like some pop? Yeah! And then she'd bring out Fresca. Oh. Like, we gotta drink this stuff. Oh, God. It's better now, though. It's better now. What's going on here?
Oh, we've got some. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's
sugar.
Zero sugar.
Yeah, this is what I've been drinking lately.
Okay.
And how is it? Has it got prune juice in it?
Nope. No yop either. Not even Oreo flavored.
So don't worry, they'll think of it. It's not soda, it's pop.
Soda pop.
Pop.
Pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop.
You have to say it like Richard Dolan. Pop.
It's pop. Our Funko Pops.
Jack and Coke, great combination, I guess.
Okay.
That was my drink of choice, pretty much.
If I start belching, I apologize ahead of time.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
No, let's put Ted Cassidy as Ruben Kincaid.
Partridge.
Oh, and by the way, I have to do that since it was mentioned. I don't do it without anybody mentioning it anymore. But if it's mentioned, then I have to, contribute.
Why isn't this thing working? Oh, there we go.
Now, we're all different, which is pretty good because there's 5 of us.
Ah,
They're bigger than you realize, guys.
Yes.
And I'm not even cheating. I'm not
Right.
even cheating. I didn't use my one-off.
Yeah. Fresco is okay. Tab sucked.
Mm.
They don't even make Tab anymore.
Thank God, because it was horrible.
It was pretty bad.
Well, when I was 18 when I was diagnosed with diabetes, and of course, the only diet pop you could get back then was Tab. And it was like drinking. It was like drinking Roman seltzer. It was horrible, horrible stuff.
Yeah. Mr. Beetlesboro, come on. We have one square left. Yeah.
The secret square.
It's got zero sugar, but a lot of artificial sweeteners. I think he's talking about Fresca there.
Well, anything, any diet soda is gonna have
any soda, not just
yeah. Well, that's why.
Yeah, any soda is gonna have art. Well, Mexican Coke might not. I don't know, but it's also got like a pound of sugar per 6-pack or something. So
Yeah, you can buy that retro Pepsi too.
Coca-Cola is the biggest consumer of sugar in the world.
Oh, are they?
Yep. They use more sugar than anybody else.
More than a Little Debbie?
Who?
Little Debbie?
I don't know who she is.
Snack cakes?
Well, that's what they say. Coca-Cola. Well, they probably sell more Coke than they do Little Debbie.
Little Debbie's might as well be a sugar cube. Oh, God, is it awful? Back in the days, they put saccharin as the sweet, and then all of a sudden, oh, saccharin causes cancer. Oh no, or cyclamates. Oh,
yeah, sodium cyclamates are bad news too.
Yeah. Ugh. Now it's like aspartame or something.
Well, I remember used to be we couldn't get saccharin in Canada in the pot. They banned it, but you could still get it in the States. So when my brother lived in Fort Erie, he used to go across the border and get me some.
So, there's always another way. I can
remember bringing back A&W root beer with saccharin in it.
Ooh. We've got the good stuff.
Yeah.
He's probably selling it on the black market.
Yeah, it's bad news, that stuff. Yeah, stay away from it.
Back in the days, they put all kinds of crap in food.
Oh, they still do. I mean, geez, look at that stuff.
Yeah. What do you mean back in the day? Yeah, back in 2024, they were putting some awful stuff in food.
Well, look at the pesticides and the stuff they feed cattle to fatten them up. Like it's bad news, man. They're killing us.
Yeah, this is supposed to be good for you, but
most packaged foods and fast food places and stuff also put additives in your food that make you want more. The American obesity problem,
like marijuana,
and make you hungry too. They put ingredients in that make you hungry, so you'll eat more in your purchase.
That's because there is no nutritional value, so it goes right through you. In one end and out the other.
Oh, we've got a score here. Detroit Lions 7, Green Bay Packers 3.
Score. Hey, the Canucks won last night.
They won.
Game.
So they're 7-0.
Yeah, what do we got? Oh, we're in the second quarter with 13 minutes left. Wow.
Okay.
Regular ketchup has about a third of its contents sugar.
There's a lot of ketchup, a lot of sugar in ketchup. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of ketchup and sugar.
And some other things we won't talk about.
And have they raised the price of ketchup? Because it seems to me I've seen like you get your food ads every week, and I had Heinz ketchup $7 a bottle.
Well, Dave, Doc, you can buy off brands.
Well, yeah, I know, but still, it came up in the food ad.
There's only one ketchup in the world, not Heinz.
I don't remember being $7. Mick will only drink pop that has stevia, which is plant-based.
Well, the problem is I working at Whole Foods, I learned all about this kind of stuff. The problem is there's nothing wrong with stevia. Stevia is great. It's natural. It's sweet. You could use it for everything, except until you get the FDA involved. And the FDA has decided that stevia is a drug. It's an additive. It's not a food. Therefore, you can't use it as an ingredient. So all of these companies that could be making stuff for diabetics and stuff that's sweet and, that they'd actually want to buy that would taste good, they're not allowed to do it.
Well, I guarantee you what drove that decision is politics and lobbying. That's what drove that decision.
No. I'm sure. I 100% guarantee it is. But the FDA has the final say, and they said, okay, sure, whatever. And that's and that's terrible. So if you want to cook, you could cook with stevia. You can. For a while, it had to be sold in the pharmacy department. Eventually, we could actually put it on a grocery shelf. You can actually buy it now, but you can't buy it in ingredients and stuff.
Sugar must be a drug too, because it comes from plants.
It's ridiculous. So
sugar cane is a plant.
That's why you don't have soda made with stevia. You don't have, not in America anyway. You don't have diet cookies made with stevia. You don't have you don't have any of this stuff because they can't.
You can buy it, but they don't make stuff with it in Canada either. You can buy it.
Yeah, you can't because it's government regulated that they can't.
I don't know if it is in Canada or not. I think it's
it is in America. I had to take a course on that, and but things are changing all the time. So it could eventually,
Somebody had their palm grease to come up with that decision.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm checking my palm.
Follow the money.
Zevia pop is sweated with stevia leaf extract.
Sweated with leaf extract, yeah.
I've only had Zevia once, and I didn't think much of it.
It's probably not made in America, whatever it is. But, I mean, I think you can get, a license and blah, 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 maybe, but I'm sure it's very costly and not very many,
Well, it's also about availability.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never hear of them using low fructose.
That's fine, though. Government doesn't have any regulations on that. Just stuff that's good.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It might even be in my yop.
But that's the way the government is. If and this is true. If aspirin wasn't discovered until like 1980, it would be a prescription drug. That's just the way we are today.
Big pharma.
Yep.
It's got bacterial content. Whatever that is.
Yogurt's
bacteria in the yop?
Yeah, it's got bacteria in it.
Oh, you better throw that away.
The dairy product is full of bacteria.
And it doesn't say anything about bananas either. So it must be like
good bacteria. If we didn't have bacteria, we wouldn't be able to digest anything.
Oh, good. I don't know.
It's a banana flavoring. It's not banana.
Yeah, but like partly skimmed milk product.
2%, probably 2% milk.
Milk protein, natural flavor. I guess that'd be the banana.
Okay. Well, maybe it's real banana.
I don't know. That's kind of iffy. It's I don't know. Good bacteria. Good bacteria and bad bacteria. And the bad bacteria is when you use Bactine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It doesn't hurt, Mom. I don't make that anymore. You remember Bactine?
Yeah. No, ever spray Bactine on an open cut?
That's right.
Oh,
Mama, scrape my arm. Hang on. I'll get out the Bactine.
Yeah.
How do you feel now? No. It's lovely.
Oh boy.
Oh, they don't make it anymore.
Nothing like a good leaching.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom used to pour hydrogen peroxide and stuff. Oh.
No, my mom used to use the iodine.
Yeah.
Cures.
Hold still. We didn't buy back tea. No way.
Not everyone, Matthew.
I heard one song and I didn't like it.
Yeah, not everyone.
Yeah, no. Well, I only heard one song, but that one song I didn't like it. So, oh well. The answer was you add more powdered water and then dilute it with a fluid. Oh, wait a minute. I missed one.
Okay.
I just asked Cat AI. I bought some powdered water. Powdered water? What do you add to powdered water? The answer is more powdered water.
Don't they call powdered water snow?
Yeah.
What? I don't know. Oh, Matthew Smith heard a couple Cure songs, like one, undecided on the second. So, but he doesn't have the album yet. I don't remember what the name of the song I did listen to, but I didn't really care for it. I don't know. Still 7-3 Detroit over Green Bay. Okay. All is good. Looks like stevia was approved for use in products in the U.S. in 2008.
Well, maybe it was. Maybe I was gone from Whole Foods by then. Maybe it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, but I know back in the day you couldn't, and I had classes on it and what to tell customers and all that kind of stuff.
I first heard about stevia back in the 90s, and I'm not saying that's when it came on the market, but it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I think you had to get a doctor's note. Like, please.
I was always available off the shelf where I came from, but
it was right next to the Sweet and Low and.
Well, yeah, it was with that stuff, yeah.
Well, even at Sam's Club, when I started at Sam's Club, we stocked it, but it had to be stocked in HBA in the pharmacy. Eventually, we could put it on the grocery shelf, but it didn't. So all these people would be looking for it, and we'd have to send them up to HBA. And they'd be like, "What?" And like, federal regulations. We would love to put it back here. We can't. Off you go.
Yesterday was the anniversary of Mind Games, Ringo, and the McCartney, all the best albums. Thank you. Okay. I guess. Meditation mixes, anyone? Put you to sleep.
Well, that's the idea. And they work.
What are those, like $60 for 3 records of meditation mixes? Oh, geez. I don't want to waste that money.
Doc, I know you don't like this guy, but has anybody seen the latest parallelogram auctions video? It's worth seeing.
I just started to watch it this morning, but I had to go out. So yeah,
I think it might be his best video. He's visiting some guy. Yeah, he's visiting some guy that has the world's largest Mellotron collection, and it's pretty interesting.
I want to get into that room. Holy cow!
It's pretty interesting, and they play a song together, and they do a pretty good job. And I'm like, and he shows you a few things that are used in tracks, and but. They didn't mention, for me, the track that I first think of when I think Mellotron never got mentioned in that video. And I'm like, why? You mentioned Mellotron even more than Strawberry Fields. I think of Nights in White Satin, and he did not mention Nights in White Satin.
Yeah, he mentioned the Moody Blues, though. He did.
Yeah, but not Nights in White Satin, though. That song is 100%.
Well, you only want the video only can be so long,
Yeah. And you didn't mention Kashmir either.
Did you also notice that all the bands, you remember you started off by saying, what do all these bands have in common? And they were all British acts. There weren't any
because it was a British invention. So,
there weren't any American acts in it at all. Well, I guess Man for Man's technically South African.
Oh, figures.
He was in Britain when he.
Yeah, he was born there, but yeah.
Yeah, we have a little piece of that Mellotron stuff right here. You can hear that lovely Mellotron in the background.
Yeah.
I know.
His head exploded just like the Martians in Invasion.
Yeah.
God, that's horrible.
Ow!
If you ever get invaded by aliens, we'll just have Richard sing. He'll kill them all.
Boom. Yeah.
No. Oh, Slim Whitman. That's what killed the
Slim Whitman.
Hello, Dusty Spins. Hello.
Oh yeah. What? Yeah, it did was Slim.
I was like the voice of an angel.
Yeah. The fallen angel, maybe.
Thank you. Matthew Smith wants to get that song on colored vinyl.
Yeah, barf colored.
Yeah.
How come nobody's done a barf colored vinyl record yet?
Well, maybe Brad has one.
Well, barf's in different colors, though, depending on.
Well, yeah, maybe anything will do. Right?
Well, I have an EP. I don't have that, but I have an EP by God, what's his Wayne County before he became Jane County. And it says right on the picture sleeve, it's baby shit brown.
Lovely.
And it is.
I wouldn't.
That's one I want. Speaking of vinyl, I suppose we should look at the album of the week. Yes. Hang on. It's Furious D, live at the Blue Ballroom.
You guys had big enough to be a bobblehead.
What's he so mad about?
The man with no neck.
He couldn't get a date, I'm sure.
Because he hasn't got one.
Put that picture back up.
Wait. I got this up first.
Okay.
We had the chance to see Midas Man. Yeah, it's not playing around here. We only have like 2 theaters, and they're too busy playing.
I've seen it.
Oh, okay. Tell us about it. Tell us about
I don't have a lot to say.
James liked it. Dusty liked it.
I mean, it's okay. It's not, it's not. Some things are glossed over like everything. Some things are out of order.
I heard the actor playing John Lennon was Warwick Davis.
I don't know who any of them were. I didn't recognize any of them.
Invisible Ray did a review on it.
And?
Well, basically it came down, it sucked.
Well, yeah. He says that about everything. Yeah, it didn't suck, but it's not.
Well, he was going on about the
wonderful. You won't leave it going, wow. He
was going on about the characters and how they were all miscast and all this sort of stuff.
And I didn't learn much. And I think the people that have said, Brian Epstein always pronounced his name Epstein, and they didn't do that in the movie at all, and I think they should have.
Yeah, it wasn't like Springsteen; it was Springsteen.
Yeah, no. But his name was Brian Epstein, but he pronounced it Epstein and would correct people.
Yeah,
I've heard Epstein.
None of that in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I did not like that John was so much smaller than the other Beatles.
Ray commented on that. He said, "What do you call him? A teeny weeny pixie or something?"
Yeah, that was a little distracting. Yeah. But I mean, it was okay. It was okay. It's as good as Backbeat, or it's as good as better than Birth of the Beatles, probably. It's in that vein. It's not great. It's not terrible. I also saw the same night I got to see the May Pang documentary.
Whoa, double feature. Whoa.
And that was better.
That's one I would be interested in.
But But my criticism of that, and I'll say it here, I said it then too. My criticism of that is that it's one-sided, which you expect it to be, but there's only like two modern people in the whole thing, and they're both clearly on her side, and there's and so I think there should have been. I'm not saying they should have been anybody on the other side, but there are people alive that they could have talked to and stuff, and they didn't. And maybe they didn't want to. I don't know, but it just comes off as very, very, very one-sided. But it was good. It was very good, and I'm glad I saw it. And I'm not saying I don't believe her story or any of that. I'm just saying it comes off as a little one-sided.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did see one review, and they gave it 2 out of 5 stars.
Oh, it's better than that. I'd give it maybe 4. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Oh, good.
It's really good, and we're seeing.
Oh, look at this. Oh, arrange a private. Let's have a watch along. Yay. Yeah. Everybody's invited.
There you go. But it's very good. It's very worth seeing. It's just you can't help but notice, especially when the second person comes in, and then you're like, okay, well, where's the third person? And there is no third person. You're like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's where I saw it. That's where I saw it. So I saw both movies, actually.
Trouble is, when I see Dusty, I think of Dusty's Trail.
Yeah.
This week they remade a Gilligan's Island episode where they thought the island was going to blow up, like they're on a volcano. So so there's a volcano in the Wild West, and we better run. Come on now. They run out of.
It must have been somewhere around Yellowstone then, because that's where the volcanoes are.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose, but they're supposed to be going. Well, they're lost, right? So maybe. I don't know, but it just seemed like it was a leftover Gilligan episode that they like.
They should have listened to that Beatles song "I'll Follow the Sun," and they wouldn't have been lost.
I know. I think sun rises in the east and sets in the west. How hard could it be? I don't know. Valleys and rocks are in their way, but they won't stop, come what may. Yeah, right. Stupid Dusty's Trail. Anyway, okay, is the show over now?
No.
Yep, bye.
Oh, we can play a commercial now. Well, we think of something to do.
Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna love this one. Are you ready?
Want some candy?
No more sweets for you, Billy.
Oh, I'm trying to cut back on the sugar, Eve.
Aren't we all?
Well, for less sugar, switch from your peanut butter to nutritious Skippy.
Are you telling me that Skippy has less sugar than my brand?
Yes, only creamy Skippy has half the added sugars of all the leading national brands. In fact, no peanut butter is better for kids than Skippy.
I like that.
And I like the taste. See? For good nutrition, it's hard to beat Skippy.
And less sugar.
She ended up with MS, man. I would be eating Skippy.
Wasn't there a television series called Skippy once?
Skippy, that was
Skippy, the bush kangaroo.
We're going to feed you Skippy to cut back on all that sugar you've been eating, all the cakes and Twinkies and all the other stuff you're eating, but the Skippy will make a difference.
Think how many kids fell ill to peanut allergies. Mm-hmm. They're foisting this peanut butter on kids. Like, come on, kids love peanut butter, but I'm allergic.
A lot of peanut butter to make any difference.
Oh no, he was a bee. So somebody thought it was funny. Let's just pull the kid out of the.
He grew up enjoying blind melon. That kid.
I thought maybe he was one of the bugaloos.
Been.
Whatever.
He was one of the Beatles.
Yes. But yeah, here we were talking about all the sugar and all that kind of stuff, and here's Annette saying like, "Oh, look, it's got 50% less sugar." Like, oh, that must taste pretty good. Yeah. To be or not. bzz. Yeah. Yeah. Remember there's a bunch of those Annette Funicello Skippy things out there. But that was a nice short one. I didn't want to bore anybody, but Annette is kind of nice to look at.
Yeah. Even back then.
Yeah. But she was my first crush.
So sad. She's, I guess she must have died by now, I would think.
Oh, she died a long time ago.
She died
Several years ago.
Well, yeah, but that's that natural peanut
butter.
Yeah, but they didn't have I mean, I'm sure they had natural peanut butter, but you couldn't just go to a grocery store and buy natural peanut butter back then.
You had to buy
a bag of peanuts and hit the hell out of it with a hammer.
Like that was probably back in the 80s, I would think.
Probably early 80s, I'm guessing.
Early 80s, later 70s, something like that. But
yeah,
she had the blackest hair.
Tried to make some money somewhere.
And she showed up to every event that peanut butter might have been. And she brought her own Skippy. Like, you're using the wrong stuff. Don't use that Peter Pan stuff. That's wimpy. Use my Skippy.
When she was a kid, her mother sent her to school with a lunch bucket and opened it up, and there was nothing but peanut butter in it. Here's your lunch. It's a jar of Skippy.
Peanut butter, yeah, a spoon. That's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah, peanut butter. Yes. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Well, it would have been several years before the movie she made, Back to the Beach.
That was her last movie, I believe.
James, you can go to like stores like Whole Foods and grind your own peanut butter. I used to be a bulk buyer, and that was I had to keep the peanut butter machine running, which was half my job because it would get clogged up constantly because you never had the right kind of peanuts.
I remember back in the day when
you get a soft peanut, it clogs the machine up.
You remember that kid grinding your own coffee?
Well, that stuff is kind of gross because
they still did that. I think at Sam's Club today, you can still probably grind your own coffee.
Like that
I was in charge of that too, and oh my god, I kept saying one Black Friday we got in these $10 coffee grinders, and they sold out within an hour, and I'm like, why don't we stock those constantly? Even if we're losing money, we're not losing as much money as we are in abandoned coffee at the coffee grinding machine every single day. We're losing between $50 and $100 a day in abandoned coffee bags at the coffee grinding machine and making a mess. And I'm like, why don't we just carry a little coffee grinder and sell that to people? And
our big chain out here is Save On Foods, and they not all the stores, but the bigger ones have coffee grinders in them still.
Yeah, they're pain. They get jammed. People don't know how to use them. You're getting called over there every 20 minutes. There's somebody show. I don't know what happened when Sam's Club went to a new schedule and there wasn't anybody working in the daytime. I have no idea because hardly anybody in that store. They probably just put a sign on the coffee machine saying it didn't work because nobody knew how to do anything with it but me and the whole freaking place.
It's all
I worked at A&P. You didn't grind it at the register. There was a machine down the coffee aisle.
Yeah, that's where ours was, down the coffee aisle.
You dump it in the top and put a bag underneath and push it up.
It has these two safety mechanisms in the back, and if you don't put your bag behind both of them, it won't turn on.
I can remember as a kid,
it's broken. So they dump all their coffee in there, and then they can't get it to work, and they walk away, and it's not broken. All you got to do is put the bag in right. But now you grind the coffee. You can't get it out, so you got to grind it. It's the only way to get it out. So now you got to waste a bag of coffee.
I remember my mom doing it. Like when I was a kid, she'd take me to the grocery store because, no babysitter, right? And she, I can remember her grinding coffee all the time.
Sure.
Yeah, but back then they didn't have the safety devices probably that they have now. So now you got to go through this whole procedure to get it to work, and most people can't be bothered to read how to do it. So they just set their bag on the little thing and dump their coffee in and turn it on, and nothing happens, and they walk away.
And I remember those S&H green stamps too.
Oh yeah.
Actually, those were kind of fun because my mom would come home from the grocery store, have all these stamps, and get out the books. Okay, get out the books and start.
Yeah.
I got a book, Mom. Yay! All we need is 13 more books, and we get a toaster. Yes.
Yeah. I like the S&H Green Stamp store. I thought they were cool places.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but we had our grinder in the coffee aisle.
Yeah, ours is just in the coffee aisle of the.
And it was always
the best to have it at the register because when people can't figure out, there's somebody there to help them.
Well, yeah, but everybody has to know it's at the register, or they're just gonna go. I'm not gonna buy coffee here; it's not ground. But I say don't have one. Just sell cheap little coffee grinders that work well.
Yeah,
even if you take a loss on them, it's actually worth it. Even if they take a slight loss on them, it's worth it.
Just sell some hammers, and then they could have a multi-purpose tool.
Yeah, see, A&P had everything, like and-page pies and stuff like that. But they had 8 o'clock, Bocar, and Red Circle coffee.
Doc, can I tell you something about A&P?
Sure.
Their biggest manufacturing headquarters to make their product was in my hometown.
No kidding.
Yep. Wow. Yep. The building where they finally went out, there was a sign. We used to laugh. There's a huge sign on the roof of the building. You could see it from the highway going to the mall. And it said, for sale or lease, we'll subdivide 1.5 million square feet. We'll subdivide in case you don't need 1.5. It was the biggest in the United States at the time. It was the biggest single structure building in America. 1.5 million square feet.
I got a 12-inch Zenith black and white TV for $44 of S&H green stamps.
That's where our Walmart is today. Our Walmart is on the site of the old A&P plant.
Square feet, they didn't have to subdivide. But, big question here: does Jorgen have any terrible jazz records to show us?
Sorry, Ollie. I'm sorry, Ollie. I only have good jazz records. So.
Well, would you like to show us some?
Yeah, just grab one and say, "Look."
We'll get this in while he's looking. What is the full real name of A&P? It's the Atlantic and Pacific Food Company. Grocery store. Yeah. I guess. Okay. Oh, whoop, wrong button.
I thought it was a Herb Alpert thing.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Oh, it's records with Emperor Palpatine.
Yes.
Well, you can make me small until I've got them.
Oh, I thought you did have them. Oh,
I'm searching.
I'm Little Red Riding Hood.
Ooh. Ooh. And over here we have parallelogram.
I'm in the hood.
You is, yes. I'm getting the last part wrong. It's Atlantic and Tea Company. Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company. That's what it is.
Do they sell tea?
They did. That was their big thing. That's why coffee things.
Sorry, they're fresh out.
Of tea?
Yeah.
But holy crap! Provide some warning. But what?
No. For no reason.
What do you mean wrong?
Worst thing's going to happen, so here's some warning.
Yeah, here's a warning just in case something happens.
If it happens, here's a warning, and just close your eyes. And whatever.
Just being proactive, that's all.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. He's got some colored vinyl there. Ooh.
Yeah.
That looks just like Jorgen without the hoodie.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. Atlantic and Pacific.
Atlantic and Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then how come the G A?
Okay, I think I know what he means now. Had nothing to do with puppets, though. No. There's some people out there who are afraid of puppets.
Yeah.
I know. I got up in the middle of the night this past week and turned on ATV Tunes because they show the puppet stuff in the middle of the night.
Puppet show.
It was an episode of Supercar.
Uh-huh.
And they were testing it to see how well Supercar would go underwater. You know, like 10,000 feet, 11,000 feet. It's on the bottom of wherever. They couldn't bring it back up. Oh no, Supercar is bottom of the whatever. Like, how does I turned it off? I didn't care.
So Supercar is on the bottom of the ocean.
I know. Meanwhile, all the streams are sitting there like, I'm underwater and I can't surface.
Well, that's what it was. It didn't have a reverse gear.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No. I guess all the water wouldn't make the engine start to make it go. So they spent the entire episode going like, how do we get Supercar back up?
Yeah.
And he couldn't start the thing, and I'm running out of oxygen here. Puppets are running out of oxygen. Oh no! I'm saying like this is taking too freaking long to get him click. Shout Studios is showing some really great stuff.
They have some interesting stuff. Oh, if you go by TieDyed, the TieDyed channel.
Palpatine is ready here.
I think Jorgen is ready. Wait a minute.
Right?
Was lost.
No, he's muted himself because I can't unmute him.
No.
There we go. Yay!
First a comment for James Farley. If I said you asked the same questions about Lillebabs last week, and if I just said that I haven't been buying anything this week, how many Lillebabs do you think I have then this week?
Many.
Lots of Lillebabs.
Yeah, good handful.
I just for you, I picked up some.
Oh, great. Okay, what you got?
One without proper sleeve, but still it's great to have. Julian Cannonball Adderley.
Oh, okay. Here's a famous horn player. Mm-hmm.
My favorite.
Oh, Jimmy Smith. Always got his mojo working. Okay.
Yep. A really nice Oscar Peterson from the Night Train album.
That's amazing. There are hardly any jazz singles in America.
There are many of them here.
Yeah, nobody would put out a jazz single in America.
Lionel Hampton and his quintet, released by Norman Granz. We have an Oscar Pettiford All-Stars. Oscar Pettiford bass player. And we have a favorite of mine. Maybe one of the best jazz songs ever. Early autumn. Back with another favorite of mine. Four Brothers.
Four Brothers. Ooh.
Another favorite of mine, Art Tatum. Jimmy Dorsey.
Oh, okay. Looks like that might be a rare one.
Little
look at silk stockings on there.
Little odd when it comes to the sleeve. It's a lot bigger than most other sleeves. Hampton and Stan Getz.
Oh, kind of like Sandra and Young.
And another one supervised by Norman Granz. We have a Duke Ellington.
Skin Deep.
And a more famous one. Sophisticated Lady.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard that one.
Don't you dare copy it.
Charlie Parker.
No.
Superman!
Yes.
Wonder how that sounds.
Jerry Mulligan. Shorty Rogers.
And his Giants.
I'm assuming that they are meaning the quality of playing and not their size.
Now these are the best jazz artists of all time.
Zoot Sims and Joe Newman Quintet. And so that is then meaning that it is a Swedish release.
Where's Vince Guaraldi?
Who?
Who? Vince Guaraldi? You don't know Vince Guaraldi?
Vince Guaraldi.
Vince Guaraldi. Isn't that the guitar player here in Vinyl Community?
Oh my. We have to educate you, Jorgen.
That's pretty obvious. Earl Garner.
Wizard of the Ivories.
Wizard of the Ivories. Benny.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah, so have I.
Here is Almost Benny.
Oh, Steve Allen.
And this is because Steve Allen played Benny Goodman in Benny Goodman's Story.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did a release where he played his own. No, I don't have any Al Hurt because he's more of a Dixieland. I'm not that much into Dixieland.
What?
Steve Allen actually played Benny Goodman in the Benny Goodman Story. So he made a record with himself playing. And what's interesting is that Steve Allen actually he plays piano here.
Yeah, he's a piano player. No, Steve Allen is a piano player.
And he played clarinet, or he tried to play clarinet. I think it was that Benny Goodman actually was playing when he was playing on television, on screen. Benny Goodman was the one who was playing. He was just
miming,
or I can't say lip syncing because he
Steve Allen was on an episode of Batman.
We have Louis Armstrong's Hot 5. This is interesting. This is called Chader, which is 50s guitar player.
Those are old. Look at, oh my gosh, look at the back of that. It's kind of blank. Ooh, crazy. Oh.
This is interesting. This is the one I really was happy to find. This is Tommy Dorsey and his Clam Bake 7. It's one
having a wonderful time.
Where Tommy Dorsey is in a smaller band section. It's not often you find that.
I think Elvis did Clam Bake pretty good.
And you see vocals?
Clam Bake!
Frankie Boy.
Yep.
Clam Bake!
Finally, we have some Bobby Hackett.
Oh.
Buddy Hackett? What?
Bobby Hackett.
Bobby Hackett.
Oh.
It's his cousin.
I couldn't imagine.
Yes.
Okay.
So, some of you have Miles Davis.
Oh yeah, Porgy and Bess.
I have two.
You got two of them.
Ooh. Do you have any Harry James?
A lot.
A lot. A lot.
He has a lot of Harry James.
Jordan showed us more jazz 45s than were ever released in America.
This is just what was in that box. I have more on the floor there. But there is a separate video in my channel for my complete collection of the 45s.
Aha. See?
To make an exception for this. That haven't been found back then.
Wow.
I could do my complete 45s, but I think it would have to be a 48-hour video, and I don't know if you can do that.
The same comes with me when it comes to my 80s single section. I want to do a video of it, but I'm not sure that anybody is interested to watch a 15 piece, a 15 part series.
Exactly.
And they only sell jazz records in Sweden because they've banned Air Supply.
The band Air Supply, or you mean
the band Air Supply? You can't buy Air Supply records in Sweden. No.
Yeah, I think I've seen some Air Supply record, but
they must be flown in or like under the table. Air Supply records. He's looking. Emperor Palpatine, have some Air Supply.
No, I'm looking for something for Mr. Farley here. Okay.
Meanwhile, his first CD player was a Fisher, and it came with a Harry James CD. That guy knew how to blow a horn.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah. Yes. So did Larry Fine.
When it's your job, you probably should know how to do that.
Sure helps.
You wanted some Harry James?
You want some Harry James?
Harry James.
Harry James wants to do some Harry James. Here we go.
There we go.
Harry James.
Poo poo. What?
The double album set.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
We have the Harry James Memorial album.
Boom. Brought to you with his wife.
If you find one of those autographed, it's probably fake. Okay, go ahead.
The Man with the Horn, and this is a radio air checks. Harry James uncollected. These are at that time previously unreleased material.
Ooh.
And here is something as unusual as the Great Harry James Jazz Octet.
Mm-hmm.
So some Harry James that I have.
Just a few.
Just for you, James.
Just a few. Meanwhile, Ollie's getting genuinely jealous about Ken Michaels going to those Ringo country shows. He's not the only one. Marv is going to 2 of them.
Jimmy, I didn't know about this. Ringo's doing something that's not in one of the 15 songs he's been doing for the last 30 years. He's actually learning some new songs.
Apparently.
Wow.
Apparently.
I'm shocked.
Apparently. Yeah. I've been listening to a little country and a little bit of rock and roll. Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh! Breaking news. Detroit Lions 17. Green Bay Packers 3.
3. Mm-hmm.
It's a must-win game! Aren't they all? But that's what they say. It's a must-win. I think they do that just to get you to watch. Don't tune out. It's a must-win game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ringo's going to do a show in Nashville. Well, if they don't, he'll be drummed out of town. And that Ryman place is pretty cool anyway. So like that'd be fun just to be there. That thing was built as a church and converted into a concert hall. But I mean, it's old though, so it's like architecture is all old and stuff. It's very cool. So I can say I've been in there. Yes.
And you were there and you saw the girl ride the bull too.
Oh, not in the ride. That was further down the street.
It was down the street, yeah. The strip. Yeah.
But going in that thing was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I'd go to the Ryman if there were girls riding bulls. I'd do that. That'd be worth the trip.
Woohoo!
Some churches have really good acoustics so that the preaching projects.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were going to tear it down. Which was the dumb thing. It was the home of the Grand Ole Opry for decades. And they decided, well, we'll build a new Grand Ole Opry out in the suburbs there with, parking and big thing and all this kind of, and tear this thing down. And we're like, no, it's history. And they're right.
Tear down the wall. Tear down the wall.
Tear it down. Build a parking lot. Ringo's supposed to be doing his Beatles country style tracks and selections from Beaucoup de Blues and the new album.
Act Naturally and What Goes On and Don't Pass Me By.
Well, he's done countries. There's a few songs that he could do from a bunch of his albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a country flavor one on the Bad Boy album. There's definitely a country song on the Give More Love album.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one from Ringo? The one. Oh shoot! I can't remember the name of it. There's one on the Ringo albums, a country song too. It's the one you do with George. It's the one you do with George Harrison.
Not Photograph.
No. It's another one. I'll find it.
I was going to say it can't be too much of a famous one. Oh, 13 seconds to halftime.
Not Sell Away Raymond, is it? That's kind of a country.
It is.
Sunshine Life for Me.
Sunshine Life for Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sunshine Life for Me. Wasn't that Sunshine Life for Me? Isn't that Sell Away Raymond? Isn't that the subtitle?
Yeah, same. Yeah, it's the subtitle.
Yeah, the same song. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, George Harrison wrote it.
Yeah. Ringo should do a country version of Tomorrow Never Knows.
Sound pretty good with a steel guitar.
Why not?
And the fiddle in the background.
Even Step Lightly could be a country tune if you put the right groove to it.
Mm-hmm.
Every song could be a country song.
Well, there's a lot. Blind Man could be a country song. I mean,
All of them could be a country song. Put a little fiddle in it. You know.
Pure Gold that McCartney wrote for him could easily be a country song.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. Yeah, that show's coming
Cookin' could be a country song. Terrible song, but it could be the worst song John ever wrote, but it could be a country song.
The George version is coming out on Living in the Material World New Releases.
Mm-hmm.
We've been warned. A gospel album.
I'm not sure I want to hear that.
I do enjoy Thrillington, though.
Paul should do an ASMR album at this point in his career. He should, because he could still do that. Well,
By the way, I've changed my mind. I would like to hear Paul singing gospel. It can't be worse than McCartney 3.
Well, if he can't sing, he can whisper and he can.
Yeah.
Now that all the hype has died down, I should listen to McCartney 3 again. If I like it or not. I'm not totally convinced the first time around. So.
Live and let die.
He could do meditation mixes. He should do constipation mixes.
Those would be mighty tasty, yes.
That's
Oh,
that's the Driving Rain album, isn't it? The constipation mixes.
Yeah.
ASMR is more of a.
don't you watch the Canadian Stud Muffin? He does ASMR stuff.
It's like more like relaxing music, relaxing style.
ASMR stands for. Back to I see now. I was just at Wikipedia.
Dang.
It's something to do with sensory. Okay, stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Sure.
It's a tingling sensation that usually begins on the scalp and moves down the back and neck and upper spine.
Whoa. Crazy.
That's what it stands for.
Automatic
Sensory Meridian Response.
I thought it stood for a Swede with much records.
A Swede. You're close. What would the M be? A Swede, many records. There it is.
all our new albums should come as meditation mixes. Put out the new AC/DC meditation.
That is what you describe ASMR.
That's what the run-out groove is for.
I was walking through a field the other day and I stepped in some ASMR.
Well, I guess next year we're going to get Listen to This Cube. Walls and Bridges comes out.
What, are you buying a cube there, Jeff?
No, was what it was. Listen to this picture, listen to this button, all that kind of stuff. When
no, I don't think so. I don't think so because Yoko wasn't involved in all of that. Kind of stuff. And so I think there'll be a box, but I don't think there'll be some deluxe edition box or anything.
What's this for?
Walls and Bridges.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Yoko's
I
not
always
going
liked that album.
to.
I thought that was a good album. I always enjoyed that album.
Very tasty.
I
always have a bottle of Yop handy to listen to these.
I always like mind games too, so what do I know?
What? Richard Dolan is pissed that the first Queen album was pitch shifted and auto-tuned. This is a true statement?
Mm-hmm. It probably is too.
They're probably doing that. I wouldn't put it past them to be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Freddie Mercury, the world's greatest singer, has been auto-tuned and stuff?
What's this, in a re-release of it? A reissue?
Yeah, they're redoing the catalog.
They don't want us to feel anything anymore. They're auto-tuning everything to take the human emotion out of music. That way you don't feel anything anymore. And like they can pump anything you want at you, and when you get used to it, you'll just accept it. That's what they want. It's ridiculous.
I don't think I'd like that either. If you're used to that.
Is this in a remaster of it or something? Is
yeah, they're redoing the Queen albums.
And they're screwing with it like that? That's ridiculous.
Apparently, I don't know this thing, but
that makes no sense. Why would you do that?
Whose great idea was that?
Mm-hmm.
That's just stupid.
If it's one thing to remaster, but to tinker.
They're doing it with everything. They're doing it with everything.
Well,
why though?
What is the gain by doing that? Like, it's
again to get you used to human voices that aren't real with no emotion. I mean, I'm not a conspiracist, but I really think that they just, for radio to sell records, it's easier to just pump anything out if you're used to that. Let's make everything that always have sounded like that.
I guess the next thing they come out with is a new Beatle album that's all AI.
Well, stay tuned. It's probably next on the agenda.
Nobody tries it, like a totally AI Beatles album.
AI Beatles. Things that.
Yeah,
I've listened to a couple of quote unquote AI written Beatles songs and they're terrible. But there was one guy, I don't know his name, who got taken down because he was doing 2 or 3 Beatle videos a day, like redoing Beatles songs and stuff. And one he did, this was amazing. This will be on my New Year's episode of my podcast because I loved it. It's Crippled Inside, but it's what if the Beatles never split up, and it's with John and Paul, and you would swear that this is real. Even Paul even speaks in the middle of it, and you swear that's McCartney's voice, man. That's and it's really good. It's John and Paul doing Crippled Inside is actually really good, and it will be on my I've started working on my New Year's podcast, and it will be on there.
You mean we have to wait another 2 months to hear this?
Yeah, it's not from vinyl. I only do a non-vinyl podcast once a year, and it's between Christmas and New Year's. It's my New Year's show. So yes,
stay tuned for the wonderful
Yes, but you will hear Crippled Inside. That's one track I will tell you that will be on it, and it's great. I was sorry. It was the only AI channel around that I was sorry got taken down because he did. And I wish I would have grabbed more of his stuff while it was.
Are we going to hear Carnival of Light?
No, we're not going to hear Carnival of Light. I could, but we're not going to.
It makes Revolution 9 sound like a.
There is going to be 2 AI tracks on it, and the other one's kind of self-evident. I shouldn't even have to say what it is.
18 Christmas music channels already going.
Oh boy!
Really?
I'm not
surprised. I finished my Christmas podcast too, by the way.
I only listen to Sirius in the car, and I'm not in that car much, so I hardly ever listen to it these days.
I know. I have 3 months of new Sirius in my car, and I've been listening to the.
Well, you can get it on your PC, so you just sign in on your PC and you can listen to it there.
Oh yeah, but then I'll get email up to Wazoo.
Well, you're gonna get that anyway because I already got your email. So.
Yeah.
I don't need to sign up for anything. So, but no, I've been listening to 80s First Wave.
Oh.
Listen, if you plan on renewing your Sirius, just hold out and don't pay the full shot. And like I canceled mine. They started charging me the full price, and so I phoned them up and said I'm canceling it. And by the end of the conversation, I was getting it for $6 a month.
Ooh, bargoon.
That's what they do. And I said, I'm not paying $20 a month. Well, do you? I said, no, I'm not listening to it that much. I said, I listen to it in a car that I hardly ever drive. So why would I pay, $20 a month for something I don't use?
How about 6?
So yeah, well, honestly, by the end of the conversation, they gave me a 2-year deal at $6 a month. So just try to cancel it. They won't let you cancel it. They give you an offer you can't refuse.
Sirius always sounds swishy. No stereo separation.
Well, it depends. Like I said, I listen to it in the car anyway, so I don't really care. It's not like you're,
I've never had it, but what I've listened to in other people's cars, it's mostly been Little Steven's Underground Garage, and there's not much stereo separation going on there anyway. It's mostly
if you're on a road trip, it's great because you don't have to, be flipping the dial all the time. You just put on Sirius and pick a channel and go with it. It's really good that way.
Plug one of these in.
Yeah, but it even takes time to set one of those up too, So.
Well, yeah, but when you're done, you're done.
Done like dinner.
That's what I listen to in my car for the most part. I've got 2 of them. One's got like songs, and the other one's podcasts.
Why listen to the radio when you have a whole 15-year back catalog of Snap Crackle Pop?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Of course.
Thank you, Ollie.
Yes.
Now, have you been listening to
new ones?
I hope you've been listening to my new ones, Ollie. There's 2 new ones up. I put one up yesterday.
That's a great album, by the way. That's Latest. That's a really good album.
Mm-hmm. And Tim chose the best Slade songs for his
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jane.
I am playing Slade on my latest episode.
Yes.
I love Slade.
I've got this Slade comp, Paul. But I've got Sladest on vinyl.
Yeah. I got quite a few Slade albums. I keep grabbing them when I see them. So they're hard.
I never see them. I think Sladest is about the only one I've ever run across.
They are really hard to find.
It.
Did you know Tim is on Amazon Music?
Yep.
Wow. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. I guess. Tim, do you swing in your chair when you're doing the intros to Snap Crackle Pop?
No, I sit pretty still because I got a mic in front of me. I only do this when I'm bored. I think I'm slightly autistic. Not very autistic, but I think there's a little bit of that in me. I can't sit still. I can't sit still very easily. I just don't.
You should fire that disc jockey though. He's pretty rugged.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
6 o'clock. It's Jorgen turns into a pumpkin.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for coming.
Jorgen.
Bye, Jorgen.
See you later, Jorgen. See you next week.
Nice kind of talking to you. I didn't talk to you much, but
I only listened to most of the first up until the Chicken Man segment.
well, you gotta listen to Chicken Man.
He shall go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I put up. I said when I did it, I'm gonna be try to do it on time, and on time is Friday night into Saturday, and I got my new one up on time. First time in probably a year and a half I had a podcast up on time. Awesome.
Pretty good live album.
Yeah. Get down and get with it.
Oh, look.
I've seen that one before. Yeah. Old, new, borrowed, and blue. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Ooh, I don't know that one. What is it?
Well, I had a different cover in North America.
Oh, say that one don't look familiar.
Oh my on it. And
you don't know that one.
Somehow I ended up with 2 copies.
What?
That's good though, so I can play side 1 and 2 at the same time.
Wow, cool. Neat.
That's my Slade collection, which isn't pretty pitiful. I got a lot more to get.
I wonder if people actually did that. If rich people back when you had record changers, actually, wonder if anybody ever bought like 2 copies of albums, so you could put side 2 down and then put side 1 over it and play the whole album without getting up.
Not a bad idea.
I wanted to do the thing where I wrote Slade on my fist. I tried to do it, but I couldn't write with my other hand, so it turned out really badly. But I tried to show my friends, look what I've done. Look what I've done. What the hell did you do? What is? Like they didn't understand. So.
So do you ever get the records that have side 1 and 3 and 2 and 4?
Oh yeah, in America, most records till about most doubles till about 1980.
Yeah, so people, okay, so they ask why that is. And it's for record changers.
Yeah, that's what I just said. With the 2 record set, it's easy if they do that.
3, okay.
Yeah.
And so here's how it works, right? For those who don't know, because I used to get asked this question all the time. And this is 2 and 4, right?
Yep.
So what you do is you put on, okay, let me get this right. Okay, so that's 1. And this is side 2, right? So you put them on your record changer like this. And then side 1 drops. And then side 2 drops. Then you flip them both over. And then you got it all set up to do
side 3 and 4.
Okay, so that's not right. It only works that way if you got 1 and 4 and 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's the way they used to do it in America. In America, it was 1 and 4 and 2 and 3.
Yeah,
that's the way they did it.
This 1 and 3, 2 and 4 doesn't make sense.
No. In America,
1 and 4
and 4 and 2 and 3.
You just put them and you got it in the right order.
Yeah.
What happens? What happens?
Like rock and roll music is 1 and 4 and 2 and 3. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think weirdly, 62 to 66 and 67 to 70 are side 1, 2, 3, and 4. But rock and roll music is 1 and 4, 2 and 3. I'm sure. Beach Boys. What's the greatest hits called? That thing is 1 and 4 and 2 and 3.
Oh, welcome back, Jorgen.
Welcome back. Yes.
I pushed the wrong button. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, welcome back.
That's it. You're fired.
I thought it was bedtime. So.
If that, I would have said that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we thought you were just mad at us or something.
This is also one of my.
Well, I hate you, son of a bitch.
Oh, okay. That's an earlier one.
It's also one of my very first albums, The History of Eric Clapton. Great album.
Ah,
I've got 2 of those. Found them both in a thrift store, 29 cents a piece. One's
Yeah,
not
it's
in
a
very
really
good
good
shape. The other one's in really nice shape.
Really good album. Lots of great stuff on it.
That was the first Clapton album I think I ever heard. My brother found it in a bargain bin around 1980 somewhere, and brought it home at Christmas time and played it. And I was like, that's pretty good.
I don't think they ever released it on CD either.
I don't think so either. It's good because it covers, his whole career up to that point in time, pretty much. It doesn't do the Yardbirds, but
yeah, there's Yardbirds on it.
Is there? I was thinking it didn't do the Yardbirds, but
no, I thought there was.
But it's got Cream and Blind Faith and Derek and the Dominos solo, and maybe even some John Mayall. I'm not sure.
Could be mistaken. Let's see. I Ain't Got You. Isn't that Yardbirds?
Okay, then there's Yardbirds in it. Okay. Yeah. And there's some John Mayall and everything.
Yeah, Hideaways from John Mayall, Tales of Brit. Then they get into Cream stuff. They got Delaney and Bonnie stuff on here too.
Yeah.
Only You Know and I Know. I don't want to discuss it. Those are Delaney and Bonnie.
Got everything.
And then the side of Derek and the Dominos.
And I think Bell Bottom Blues is on there, which was a hard track to get back then. That was one of the
it's not, Tim, but there's Tell the Truth Jam is on here. And this is the only album I've ever seen it on.
Yeah.
So they got Tell the Truth Jam and then Layla. And that's Derek and the Dominos. But this is the only album I've ever found Tell the Truth Jam on.
On Polydor.
Which is kind of a bluesier, slower. It's really cool, actually. It's mostly an instrumental. It's really cool.
So run out and find it if you can. Check Discogs for everything. It won't cost much. Promise.
That's probably his first greatest hits album. Around then, they were doing lots of double greatest hits albums. Steve Winwood had one. These people that you wouldn't think, that at that point in their lives necessarily needed one. But, so I'm trying to think who else had one. But there's quite a few.
So let's see. Rock and roll music. What do we got here? I know I've got records that are 1 and 4, 2 and 3.
Yeah, I know my rock and roll. I'm pretty sure my rock and roll.
This is a 1 and 4.
Yeah.
1. This is 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pretty sure.
That's when you just flip it, right? You just play it.
You play it, then you flip it, and you're at 2 and 3.
Yeah, I got other ones like that too.
But I don't think this is true. No, that's a rule. Just a little. Just
both of them.
Apparently.
At one point they had in their band, they had 3 of the greatest guitarists in the world at the same time. Yep. They had Clapton, Dave Mason, and George Harrison in their band at the same time.
Wow.
Yep.
Which is just really amazing when you think of it.
Yep.
Wow.
Speaking of Flo and Eddie, I played Flo and Eddie on this week's podcast.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to keep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's where Derek and the Dominos came from too, because that was basically Delaney and Bonnie's backup band was Derek and the Dominos.
Yeah.
That's where Bobby Whitlock got his start.
Amazing stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
The eternal question.
Yes.
It's the eternal question.
It is.
Good thing that never gets old, huh, Doc?
Just every day, 3 or 4 times a day.
Many, many, many times a day. Oh, it's still 17-3. Jeez. This is going to be a close one.
So the other team is not scoring any? 3
Nobody's scoring in. It's been 17-3 for like days.
Okay.
Not like last week when it was like 52-14 or something. You know, it's just like the same score over. Oh, wait a minute. Tips down. Lions.
Another touchdown. Okay.
Just happened to look. Going, okay. Now it's 23-3. They got to kick for the extra point.
Are you going to ask the trivia question about that album?
Well, I know you know. I don't know these other guys.
Yeah, I know it. But there's a trivia question about that album.
This is before we get to that. There's the band, and you can see. Okay, so there's Bobby Whitlock. Where's Carl Radle? Carl Radle is just. You can see his face right there. And I think that's Jim Gordon.
Yeah, in the dark suit.
Yeah, and I think is that Clapton? No, that's not Clapton. Clapton's in there somewhere. If he's not in the picture, he's on the album. Oh no, sorry, there's Jim Gordon there.
Yeah, in the dark suit. Yeah, well, I thought.
And then Clapton's on this. So it's basically Derek and the Dominoes were. Yeah, that's Clapton there.
Oh, okay.
It's Clapton right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So trivia.
Okay. Trivia.
We all know that.
You guys know what this cover is about?
Yeah. It's got a famous pair of feet hanging out.
Famous pair of feet.
Yeah. Whose famous pair of feet are those?
Whose feet are these?
Yes. Come on, people in the comments. Let's go. First one wins.
First one.
Come on, people in the comments. Let's go. Whose feet are those?
You should let Jorgen play because Jorgen probably doesn't know either.
Jorgen left again.
Oh, Jorgen left? Well, I can't see that.
I know, but on the bottom of the screen, he's gone. So anyway,
it's not Eric Clapton's feet.
No.
Whose
feet are hanging out the window? Come on, people, type it. Nobody's typing.
By the shape of the foot.
At least type, I don't know. Let me know you're out there. No, nobody's typing. They're all confused.
This is a really good album, by the way. It's live, but it's a really good album. You want to have just good rock and roll album? This is a really good rock and roll album. Super, super good. Really great stuff. Fun to listen to. Okay, nobody's guessing, eh?
No, nobody is guessing.
We stumped the panel.
Okay, finally have it. Is it Delaney?
No.
Come on, people.
Should we give him a hint there, Tim?
There's plenty of hints. I was just about to give the hint that it's not that person, James. No, it's not. It's not George Harrison.
I put a guess in the private chat. So
yes, you did, and you're still wrong.
I'm still wrong. Okay.
Then
no, not him.
Uh-oh. We may have a winner.
Oh, somebody Google it.
Oh yeah, somebody Googled it. That's cheating.
This is a photo they were going to do for Bob Dylan. I think it was a live album cover that they were going to do, but they didn't use it. So it was just stock footage, and they used it for the cover of this album for whatever reason. That's Bob Dylan's feet.
There you go. Pete Drake.
Yeah.
There we go. The answer is Bob Dylan.
Robert Zimmerman.
That's true. Yep.
Doc's favorite artist.
Well, I didn't buy it for the feet.
Okay.
Well, I never had that album, but I did have the one or two cuts on that History of Eric Clapton, and I really liked the cuts. So that was in my favorite record store one day. I thought it was only like $12 or something. Oh shit, I'm gonna buy this because it's Clapton, right? It's history of him, and it's a really good album. I'm really happy
about it many times.
Yeah.
So Astro Zombie's the only one who paid attention.
Okay, you didn't cheat. All right, you didn't cheat. That's fine.
Okay.
I just assumed you cheated because you said apparently, so I thought you were coming clean.
It's not a state secret.
Yeah. And now we can go back to this question. Whoops, wrong button. Why am I not on the Matthew Street Hall of Fame? Because I didn't pay him enough money.
I'm not either, so don't feel bad.
I paid him a bunch of money to take me off, but I'm still there.
And he's still up there. Yeah. Wait a minute, there's somebody up there who's on there twice. Who is?
Oh, there's a couple people on there twice.
Can't remember who it was. But there's like, why are they on there twice?
There's a couple people on.
Couple people. Google it. Find out who's on there twice.
I'm just thankful that these added people, I've become more buried over time. I'm thankful for that.
I didn't offer enough money, so I was denied to be on the Wall of Fame. So.
It's because you got fired. That's why.
Oh
yeah.
I'm not going to say by who because he gets enough publicity.
Stephen Shee's on there.
That's one. That's one.
That's one of them.
Plus a ski lodge mug.
Yeah, but is Bob Dylan's feet on it?
No.
Probably not.
David Gilmour on it?
No, and he'll never appear.
David Gilmour will never be on Matthew Street's wall.
A lot of places he'll never be.
I got jokes today.
Tim must have had some yop.
Could have been.
No.
Wasn't banana though. Might have been that dragon flavor.
Dragon flavored yop.
Yop. Okay.
So did you buy a single bottle or like the 6-pack with different flavors?
I bought two bottles, and I still have a bunch of goji to eat.
Oh, you have goji backs too?
Well, yeah, I didn't finish it.
I still say it's cat food.
Now goji, that's like dried fruit, right?
So, yeah, dried goji berries.
Yeah, goji berry. Goji berry is a fruit. It's a dried
Why don't
goji
you pour
berry.
some on your cereal, see if it's good?
No. Heingie is not on the Matthew Street Hall of Fame.
Okay.
No.
Well,
no. This is true. No. Oh, we still got.
You can't get this stuff. You can't because as soon as you say it.
This is the closest I can come to that one.
It's up there.
Yeah.
There he is.
How many of those albums of his that you got?
Too many.
There are 4 or 5.
Okay, so my next
one at 29 cents at the thrift store and they're minty. I buy them.
My next question, I was going to ask why.
29 cents.
They're inexpensive.
I found one.
He's got one too. And he doesn't even have a turntable.
I have that one. I either have that one or sold it. I can't remember.
I can't believe you'd sell it.
Gotta get it back.
Tim bought it for 29 cents, sold it for 35.
No. You can get not the American ones, but like this one's a German one, and this one I can get a few for.
Okay, that's another one.
You should do a podcast on nothing but Heinke.
Heinke podcast.
No, thanks.
I've
done podcasts of bad music before, and I've done podcasts of like the wrong versions of songs, and I've even done like these companies like that you used to see on TV advertising records, and then you buy the record and it's not the original artist. It's these all shows on those before too because I find them fascinating.
This is hilarious. It's like 3:20 here. I always feed the dogs at 4:30, right? They think in their brain it's 4:30.
You
You
didn't tell them about
They
that.
don't know what daylight savings time is.
Well, you got to teach them to read the time.
Well, they had me up this morning. They're usually up at 5, right? My wife gets up at 5, so about 4:45 they start pacing in the bedroom. It's not actually 4:45; it's 4:45. Right?
Like my cat.
It's just like, oh, you bastards.
Get back to bed. Yeah.
Like,
get out of here.
One night of the year I can get an extra hour of sleep and they wake me up.
They'll get used to it eventually.
We're gonna have to because I'm not feeding them now.
Yeah.
Another hour to wait.
Yeah.
It's funny how they got this internal clock and they just like, this is the time of day.
Yeah, but we got internal clocks too, though. So
like a dog, like
we should be all
dogs have only one thing to think about, and that's food, right? So this is their whole life. So it's hard. It's hard to trick them.
Yep.
Silly dogs.
Well, I also got an idea for a podcast today from Mr. Polygram. I think eventually I'm going to do an all Mellotron show because I think that'd be interesting. Every song in it has a Mellotron because I never knew this. And Paul, if you haven't seen the whole video, you probably don't know this. I don't know if I should tell you.
I only watched about the first 5 minutes. I had to go
ruin the surprise or not. But there's a famous part of a Beatles song that's a Mellotron, and I don't know anybody that knew this.
Wow.
And they proved it because the guy had that tape on one of his things, and he played it. And I'm like, holy crap! You want to know what it is, or do you want to be surprised?
You can tell me. I'm whatever.
The opening to Bungalow Bill is not a Beatle playing guitar. It is a Mellotron track.
Really?
That that's a Mellotron.
I always figured it was like a Spanish guitar.
No, it's a Mellotron track. They played it. I'm like, holy crap. Yep, Bungalow Bill. Yep.
That was less of a.
To be honest, at that point, none of them were actually talented enough to do that. So,
that was less a brain teaser than.
I just figured it was somebody they brought in and played that on a classical guitar. That's what I figured it was.
Yeah, no. I always figured maybe Paul did it because if any of them could do it, it would have been Paul. But no, it was a Mellotron track. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So I know of at least 5 songs that the Beatles use Mellotron on. That might be all they do.
Now, are they equating that with George's Moog, or is this a different thing? Because
no, Mellotron is a Mellotron. Moog is different.
Yeah, Moog uses the Moog stuff.
Polygram says the first song that the Beatles used the Mellotron on was Strawberry Fields, but it's not. It's the second. There's some Mellotron on Tomorrow Never Knows.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow Never Knows is the first, and then comes Strawberry Fields. But Polygram and the guy that owned the Mellotrons together on 2 different Mellotrons pretty much played Flying verbatim. I was like, this is really cool. That whole track is pretty much Mellotron. I was like, wow. And
it was a big thing, man. That was a big thing in the day. I remember.
Mr. Kite has Mellotron.
And of course, Moody Blues reinvented their sound with that thing.
Oh yeah,
they just totally reinvented themselves.
A lot of prog artists used it.
Yeah.
So the Beatles are prog?
Focus and King Crimson. No, but I'm saying a lot of
stuff the Beatles did was prog. Yeah.
Pink Floyd used it a little bit, not too much, but they did use it.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin used it a little bit in their concert.
Yeah, David Bowie used it. I mean, it was a thing. Like, it was a real thing back then.
Well, I made a list. Aerosmith has used it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, Dream On. That's Mellotron and Dream On. Bob Seger, Turn the Page is Mellotron. What else? Elton John, Daniel. I don't know why I never thought of that, but that's Mellotron.
Yeah.
Klaatu Calling Occupants is Mellotron. The Move, Blackberry Way is Mellotron. Yes,
Wow.
Roundabout. That's not a big. Oasis uses.
You get amazed that that's
Always
cool.
Space Oddity, of course, is Mellotron. Stones.
Oh, yeah.
Stones only ever used it on Satan's Majesty's Request, but it's all over that. Zombies on Odyssey and Oracle is probably on every single track, just about. If it's not.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I remember the day. It was a big deal. Yeah. It changed the sound of a lot of bands. It just
one of the greatest inventions in the world of pop music, the Mellotron.
And Abbey Road didn't have one. They rented one.
Well, they used George's Moog on most of that. It was George owned
Well, yeah,
them.
but when there was Mellotron, they rented one. John owned one. John had one in his home studio, but it was too big and complicated to bring to Abbey Road, so Abbey Road rented one. Until they bought one sometime in '68.
Well, didn't George, he bought the first or one of the first Moogs? Like, wasn't that George?
Mickey Dolenz.
Yeah. He had one of the first three. Mickey Dolenz had one, and there was a classical composer that had one. And then Buck Owens bought one, too, fairly early on.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, that changed the face of country music, I guess.
Yeah.
Players, we're going to use a Moog from now on.
Oh.
Paul has the Strawberry Fields Mellotron.
I think he does, yeah.
I think it's still in Abbey Road.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He's playing it on he plays it on that special he did, Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. And the guy in the parlophone thing plays the exact song that McCartney plays on it. He's like, does this sound familiar? And then they play it, and then they show a little clip of McCartney playing the exact same song.
So now we know where that comes from. See what education you're getting here, kids. Tune in every week for more.
The Mellotron's cool because
that thing Paul did was when he played Elvis's bass, or the guy in Elvis's band. He did Heartbreak. That was really cool. Like just him and the bass, and it sounded so good. Like it was really good. But I just thought, wow, the guy really is an incredible musician. No doubt about that.
Well, he did a lot of interesting things on that show. I mean,
I remember the glasses with the water.
Yeah, I was about to say, he played Band on the Run with glasses.
Yeah, that was really something. I enjoyed that. That was a really good special he did there.
Yeah, he played
only about an hour long, but it was, man, what he packed into that was
Blackbird with we showed how he wrote it right-handed, not left-handed. He flipped his guitar over. Yeah, that was the only thing I was pissed about that special. I watched it when it was on PBS. Is during the commercial, the one song that they showed in PBS during the commercial was "Fine Line," and he did do "Fine Line," but it wasn't in the show. I think in the show, I think he used that footage for the video for Fine Line, which is probably why it wasn't in the show. But that's what PBS is showing him doing Fine Line live, and he didn't do Fine Line live.
Oh, here's our first Christmas commercial.
Ooh, what is it about?
Well, I've already been inundated with Christmas commercials. As soon as November 1st hit, bam.
They had Halloween stuff out in September around here. It was like, come on, seriously?
No, we had Halloween stuff out in August.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, we had it out in July, so there.
Ooh.
We had it all year. We never took it down.
No, Christmas lights. Yeah.
This is the first Christmas commercial I've seen. It's for Target and it's lasting a long time.
My pumpkins are a year old. They all turned black.
Yeah.
Yum.
That bugs
Can't
coming
make
out
pie
of
out of
the
those.
You're not getting fed yet.
Oh, okay.
Just saying, please.
No, it's like get off your ass and feed me. That's what she's saying.
Oh, the talk has changed. Go away.
I'm not feeding you right now. It's not even 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Show him your watch. Say, look.
Not yet.
Oh, come on. I'm hungry. I'm hungry dog.
In her brain, it's 4:30. That's feeding.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, first day of regular time is hard on the dogs.
He's arguing with you.
You know, I don't need a TV. I just watch.
Ooh.
I just watch these guys.
No,
Go lie
they're
down. I'm not
saying-
feeding you right now.
They're saying, feed me, damn it.
All 3 of them are in here. I don't know if you can see it, but I got all 3 of them there.
Please. I
This is
love
another.
you.
This is Lily.
I'd love you more if you feed me.
Please. Yeah. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, pumpkins when it's 105 out, that's the best time to
Right.
sell them. They melt.
That or something.
Yeah.
Bother me for it.
Oh, Ollie's got to go.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Bye, Ollie. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Thanks for your patronage.
Yeah.
I'm never lonely. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, next week we give out S&H green stamps.
Oh, okay.
Now we know.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the garbage.
Oh,
Hey, what do you got? Come here. Fucker.
uh-oh.
If you're not going to feed me, I'm going to find something to eat, damn it.
Yeah.
I'll keep your records.
Grabs a Kleenex out of the garbage. Get out of there.
Oh, how desperate. are you? Gee, dogs. Oh.
Mhm.
Tell you, man.
Still 24-3. Go Lions, go.
No one else to show you here. Oh. I don't have anything new to show you.
Neither do I. And I haven't gone to the thrift stores because all I find is the same old stuff.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I could have bought that Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, but I left it behind.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's some stuff I should order. I haven't ordered George's All Things, or what's the one he's got? A material world.
Living in the material world.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till it's out.
Is it out now?
I think it's the 15th, I believe. Something like that.
November?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's coming
I'm gonna
soon.
wait till it's out. Maybe it'll,
I'm just going to get the 2 vinyl version, and that'll be it. The rest I can find. The rest I can find online, but don't tell anybody.
okay. I want the 2
I'll be
CDs.
on George's site on YouTube. That everybody seems to do that. I don't know why. And then nobody buys it, and they wonder why. Well, you're giving it to us. Why would we buy
Between
it?
me and my friend whose initials are RP, we usually find this stuff.
Oh, that's got to be a rerun. That was on like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It's an old rerun, boy.
I got a copyright strike for putting that one up.
Oh, did
Awesome.
Yes. Yes.
I can
Yeah,
show
I
some
had that
Christmas
up
records.
for the longest time. MTV said, like, what? You got that up? And then I had that one and the Beatles collector up, both of them. And they were doing pretty good for views until somebody must have told MeTV and said, hey, somebody's got those 2 episodes up. Oh, no. And they yanked them from my channel and gave me a couple copies.
There's nobody. It's bots. It's all bots. And
Yeah.
they'll find you eventually. Sometimes it takes them years, but they'll find you eventually.
Yeah, well, they took 2 years for them to find me, I guess.
Oh.
They did. They did. So that's unless it's a different monkeys collector, I don't know. But I did have an episode of that up, and it stayed with no like what do you call it? No copyright. It was like fine.
Mm-hmm.
They found it. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. So now what? Oh.
Did I ever show you my Kinks box set? No?
No, I don't think so.
Well, see, I can show you. There's something to show
Yeah,
you.
go right ahead.
Please.
We have time. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I've got a couple Kinks box sets. One CD, one.
I have a couple of CDs.
Oh.
Ooh, look at that. Wow.
I wanted that when it came out, and then I just never got it.
Oh, look at the size of it.
Oh my gosh.
It's everything through what, like 70 or something like that?
Yeah, everything up to Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Plus a bonus record of a 2-record set of other stuff.
Other hits as well.
All right, well, sit back and relax. I'll take you through this.
Okay.
All right, you can get it open.
Oh, gee.
Hermetically sealed. So there's a hardbound book.
Ooh.
And this is some of it.
It's got pictures.
Got album notes and pictures and anyway, it's not very thick, but it's nice. Nice to have. Nice little thing to have in there. And then you got Kinks.
Kinks.
Right?
Look, there's 4 of them.
Imaginatively titled.
It's mono.
Wow.
And then you got kind of Kinks.
Oh.
Kind of. Not really, but kind of.
Kind of.
Sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
And then we got Kinks Controversy. This is just their discography in order, right?
Yeah. The UK discography, it's very different in America.
Face to Face.
Face to Face, Kinks, yeah.
And then we got Something Else by Kinks.
Is that the last one with the original bass player?
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
But he did do stuff after these sessions, but not an album. He was gone by the next album.
Live at Calvin Hall's the first live album. Okay, and then we get into the when they started getting famous now with the Village Green presentation, Preservation Society, and then you get Arthur. And then this is the neatest. I think this is the neatest part anyway, because I don't think you can get this separate. I could be wrong, but it's just a bunch of different odds and ends.
And where did they get the title for Arthur?
From Dudley Moore, I think.
No.
Is that the double?
Yeah, it's a double. Yeah.
See, that was an original. I have an original copy of that. That was an original UK hits album. I have
so
that.
Was that on
it's
its
really
own
rare.
Yeah.
After
I've never seen it on its own outside of the box.
I have it. I found it in London for like £3 or something, and I got home and I found out what a rare record this was, and I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah. I've never seen it outside of this box set, so it is. I think it's fair.
After you show yours, I'll go get it. I'll try to find it anyway.
So there's the track list for anybody.
So
that's record 1 and then record.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same record, but I'll.
So this is like kind of a major incentive to get the box set because this is so rare to. Whatever.
Arthur was named after George Harrison's haircut.
Oh, that's what he called his haircut, right? That's it. That's the box set.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Yeah, and they all sound fantastic. They did a really nice job on this. I don't even know if you can get this box anymore. But it wasn't too expensive at the time because the Kinks aren't as popular here as the Stones and the Beatles.
It was like
right?
$20 or something.
Well, no, it was a little more than that, but I don't even see, like, I've never seen, I bought it online at Amazon, I think, but yeah, it's just kind of like an instant Kinks collection. I started buying Kinks albums in the 70s because that, I was just a kid in the 60s, so I didn't have any money, but so I got all the later stuff, but I never really had all, too much of the early stuff. So this kind of gave me the instant collection.
That would be hard to steal.
Yeah.
Well, you need a
big coat to put that in. Like, I got nothing.
I got all their other albums too, but the only one I don't have, I got it on digital, is the last one they did. But I'll get it at some point. Oh, here comes Tim.
So he found it.
Yeah,
he found it.
Oh, don't want to lose my laptop. Hang on.
Yeah, that's the one. So it was an original. Yeah, I just
it's
know,
but it's really rare. Even in the UK,
I couldn't even find it on Discogs. Like that's how rare it is.
It's a really, and I didn't know about it. I just found it at some record store for like £4.
Yeah,
picked it up, got home. It was like, wow.
Yeah, rare. That's a score for sure. I've never seen it in a while
for some reason.
Yeah,
it's pie. It's typical.
Yeah, it's pie. Yep.
UK pie. Yeah,
but it's all like non-album tracks, right? It's all stuff they did.
There might be it's all singles. Whether there might be some that are on albums as well, but it's all 45.
I don't think there's that many on there that are. I can't remember.
Well, the Kinks had a lot of non-album tracks. I mean, tons.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Basically, you need to, if you want to have a complete collection, you need that album.
But yeah, so this is, well, they've since been released on things like the File series and all of this other stuff. But this is probably the rarest Kinks album I own.
Absolutely, it would be. Yeah,
it's just a rare thing, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't have a clue how lucky I was when I found it. I just found it.
Amazing.
Okay, I can.
Oh.
It's small.
But yeah,
put Tim back in his bottle.
Yeah. Ooh, I can be in my bottle. Give me a minute.
Everybody get ready to sing.
What other? Do you want to see my CCR box set?
There we go.
There we go.
I've been put back in my bottle.
Hanging out with Jeannie.
That's why the orchestra.
What do we got?
So this is one of the nicest box sets. Like the sound is really good. I think they sound better than the originals, actually. But it comes with a book.
Mm-hmm.
Hardbound book. See? See?
That's when they were happier.
Yes.
Well, I don't think they were ever happy, but anyway.
Yeah.
But it's nice, and it's got all their studio albums in it. I don't know if I need to show them or not, but
I've read Fogarty's book. I don't think they were ever happy.
Well, there's always that resentment, but it's the same old story, like, oh, we want to contribute, and it's like, well, why don't you just shut up and count your money? So it's like,
well,
whatever, you know.
I mean, who knows if it's true, but Fogerty wrote in his book that a lot of times, they'd be done in the studio and they'd all leave and he'd be redoing a lot of the stuff that they did because it just wasn't.
And when he did let them do their stuff, we ended up with this wonderful album.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So,
who was right and who was wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
He's very proud.
I got to win, man. I got to get rid of my.
This actually is I was really pleased when I bought this. It's the sound is fantastic on these. It really is. Stuff.
Yeah. I got to get rid of the bottle. Here's my Creedence box set.
Yeah, I've got that one too. The singles.
Yeah,
this
is
really
great. Every single they ever released, they're really nice sounding. They're all in. If it had a picture sleeve, it's in a picture sleeve. Nicer quality than the original.
Aren't they? They're actually cardboard sleeves, I think, aren't they? They're good, heavy cardboard.
Yeah, very.
I've got that set.
Yeah,
too.
they're all very heavy cardboard. Little book.
Yeah.
Little book.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't know why they put pictures of the singles in the book when they give you all the singles, but
that's kind of dumb.
You can look at the real thing. Right here, I don't really need. But yeah, there's just this one. I won't show them all, but there's one example of what they look like. They're nice, heavy cardboard.
Mine has the original Shrink on it. But
mine did for a long time, and finally it wore off.
The record store had this in as well. And I don't collect 45s, but this was sitting on the shelf and they only wanted like $30 or something for it. I thought, well,
I bought mine online for 30 or 35 shipped. I mean, I didn't pay a lot for this one.
Yeah, I just thought for that kind of money, are you kidding? I'm buying that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing on here you have on an album, but it's just nice to have the set.
Go to your local record store, see if they have that for like $30 or less.
And say what you want, but Creedence was a singles band. So and weirdly, you could pick that singles box up for about the same price. They did put it out on CD, and they were about the same price for the singles box or the 2 CD set. It's like, I'll take the singles box.
Yeah. Like there's nothing on here that isn't on their albums, but I just thought it's for what I paid for.
Yeah.
I gotta have that. That's really
well.
fun.
I think the first single, the Pottersville single, might not be on an album, the very first one. But other than that, I don't think there is.
I've also got the. Have you got the Gollywogs album, Tim? There's a Gollywogs.
I've got two. I've got a double and a single and a double.
Yeah, I've got the double, and apparently it's all the Gollywog stuff on the one album.
Yeah, well, I started with a German import of a single Gollywogs album, and then I found a double later, and I got that.
Yeah. The double that's a fairly recent release too. Like it's but that's another good one. Like again, if you're into Creedence, you should have that too because it's pretty decent music. Anyway.
Weather alert! It's windy and raining in Green Bay.
Oh, okay.
But they're gonna finish the game anyway. Like, let's get this thing done. So, like, they're showing on the sidelines, the wind blowing and everything, and standing there, and they're all kind of soaked and stuff. And the field is wet. They're falling down.
These dogs are going nuts.
It's hell in Green Bay right now. But all they have to do is play another 14 minutes. 13 minutes to go, yeah. 24-6. Just get the game in before the onslaught.
Storm.
Yeah, well, it's windy and raining.
I think I showed you this one before, right?
Cash.
Oh yeah, I think so.
American albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one I got cheap at the record store because, I'm going to buy Johnny Cash. And I said, are you kidding me? I'm buying that.
Oh, no, that's.
Who wouldn't turn that down?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good find.
That's a whole lot of
have
cash.
most of them on vinyl. I have most of them on vinyl, and all but one. I don't have the religious one on CD. I didn't.
Well, that's one to 7 records because I think 4 was a double, right? But that's volumes 1 to 6, and because they released 2 of them after he died, didn't they? Isn't that the way that worked?
Yeah. Well, one I forget what it's even called. That one might not even be in print anymore. The religious one. It was Mama's something. It was something about his mother.
The gospel stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I don't know if that's going to be in the box or not. I don't have that one. I have all the other ones.
A Mother Named Sue?
No.
Oh, no. Wasn't it a 2-record set? Because there was a 2-record set of his gospel music that we used to have at the radio station, but that was back in the 80s.
Yeah, no. This was stuff that he did with Rick Rubin and in his later years. But it didn't come out. It came out It might have been the first one that came out posthumously, and then the other 2 came out because at least one of them that came out posthumously wasn't finished, and they finished it without him, and people were all in an uproar, and I didn't see it. To me, it sounded like all the other ones. I'm like, I don't see what the uproar is about.
Number 4 is the one with Hurt, and that's the double, right? The number 4 was the double. I think.
I can't remember if mine's a double. It might have come out both ways. I can't remember if mine's a double or not because I have that. I can't remember if it's a double.
Well, I don't
remember any of them being a double, but
yeah, one because you get 7 records with this. So one of them is 1 to 6, right? So.
My Kobe are not in order. So me finding things is tough.
One thing about box sets, they take forever to get into.
Ziploc bags.
So I guess, this one's a double. That's the number 4.
I'm looking for mine. My country needs to be in alphabetical order. It's not. One of these days.
I think he did Hurt. Yeah, Hurt. That's the one with Hurt on it, and then he died right after that. So
I think the next one was the Spirituals album, and then 2 more came out after that. They might not count the Spirituals one in it, but it was. But they might not have numbered it.
About 100 Highways. Yeah, this has got gospel stuff on it.
Okay.
And it's just a single. It's called, what's it called?
Okay, that's probably the one.
Highway. And then they did number 6, which was the last one.
Isn't there one after that? I'm thinking there's 7 total. I haven't found one yet.
There's 7 records, but one's a double.
Yeah, but
it might have been stolen.
CD too, which would be easier to find than this.
First one. Anyway, it's pretty cool stuff.
And I mean, they could even be not put away. That's a possibility too. I'm about to give this up.
I know, I got stuff I gotta put away too. It's been sitting.
Okay, here's 6. I found 6.
The one with it's a kid. He's a kid on the cover, right? He's just a
yeah.
Yeah,
that one right there.
Yeah.
6.
Woo!
Yeah, that's the last one. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there was a 7.
Okay, there's 1. I found 1.
Let's see.
Found 2.
Time to put all your records in order there, Tim.
Well, the country albums aren't. I just have never bothered because I don't.
You never have to get them out until suddenly it's time.
I have 3 shelves, and it's not that much. And if I want to find something, it doesn't take me that long.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there are other ones.
Yeah, I thought there was 7.
No, there's more than that. Like if you do a search for American recordings, it's got VH1 Storytellers.
Okay, I don't count that.
There's
Rick Rubin wasn't involved.
There's one called Unearthed. There's another called American Rarities, Heart of Gold. And there's another one called Delia's Gone. Which
that's a comp. Unearthed is a comp. It's a 3 record set. I give up. It's a 3 record set of outtakes. Well, it's a best of. There's 1 record of best of the albums, and then 2 records of unreleased tracks that they recorded and didn't release. That's what Unearthed is.
Okay. And the last one is, so that's actually 10, because the last one is Delia's Gone, and it's B-side, unreleased B-sides.
That sounds like it's probably the best of Unearthed, is what it sounds like. It's another.
Well, it says here, it describes it 2 unreleased B-sides, of which Old Chunk of Coal was later released on Unearthed, and the other Go On Blues, which has not been released elsewhere.
Because I got Unearthed as a torrent a long time ago, and I just made it on CD. I never bought it, but I do have Unearthed.
Anyway, so it looks like there were actually 10 in total. That's if you count them all. Yeah, interesting. Wow.
Wow. When you go out record shopping, look for these gigantic Johnny Cash box sets.
Oh, what are you barking about now?
And feed your dogs when they bark.
Johnny Cash comps are always interesting. Before, just after he started with the American recordings, Columbia released 3 CDs that are comps that are all very interesting, just from spending his whole career on Columbia. Yeah. But they're not necessarily hits packages. They're all themed. Either I forget, one's murder. I know one theme is murder, and there's one faith, and maybe there's one more, and they're just interesting to listen to for compilations. They were really done well. Maybe one's called country. Maybe one's called country, one's called murder, and one's called faith, or something like that.
He really dug deep to find titles for those.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, he didn't. Again, Columbia did it, and but like I said, they're themed, so they're not necessarily hit. Which is cool. They're just Johnny Cash songs under whatever theme it is.
They want food.
I think they ate him.
Oh, we had a good.
You're not going to feed us, we eat you.
I think he should just give in. Here's what I would have done. And I'm not saying Paul is. Yeah. I would have waited an extra 15 minutes tonight and then fed him. Waited an extra half an hour tomorrow night and fed him. Waited 45 minutes the next night. Ease them into it over like 4 days, and now you're feeding it.
Red.
Oh,
who wins on Tuesday?
Red. Any other questions?
I didn't know there was Tuesday night football. I thought there was only Monday night.
I think the Canucks are playing Tuesday night.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's a landslide, but I think he's gonna.
Not when the polls are like 50-50, basically.
Yeah.
But
the polls have been all screwed around. So
don't believe the polls. He's
gonna.
Yeah. The polls are being used to sway opinion. They're not accurate. It's all BS.
Yeah. And see, I don't have to jury duty on Wednesday, so I can stay up late and watch the.
Oh, what fun!
How fun!
Yeah, but you're an hour behind anyway. So.
Yeah. So I can stay up.
I gotta teach.
I'm teaching. Get returns from California and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought I would.
I'll have to stay up.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not staying up. I am going to bed.
the Canucks are playing the Ducks on Tuesday night.
Oh.
There's what on Earth looked like, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my own.
This
is my own. And it was 4 discs. I put it all on 3, and I think I had to skip a couple tracks, but the tracks I already had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I skipped some of the best of and just went for the. And then I was telling Doc about there's 3 of these. I only have 2 of them. These are really good comps from just his whole career.
Oh yeah.
Murder. Love is the one I couldn't think of, and then I think Faith might be the other one that I don't.
So they kind of did them like the American album covers. You notice that?
Yeah. I mean, he was with American at this point, and Columbia released these 3. I only have 2 of them, but they released 3 comps. They are very good comps, and they all have like 18 or 20 songs on them, and you know they're
right
all theme. They're it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Yeah, he was around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a museum in Nashville.
Yeah.
That was locked when we found it.
Well, I think it's closed down.
Well, it's possible, but it was there. I'm like, oh, look, the Johnny Cash Museum.
Yeah, it closed down here a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why, but.
And on that note, it's time to end the show.
We had a great show. All I have to say is, hope
the time is near.
Hope you
I know all that. So, hey kids, come back
Thursday.
You do more of this stuff.
Yes.
Don't forget to vote.
Don't forget to vote. Hope your candidate wins.
Time to vote. Make America great again.
We don't get to vote.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, vote anyway.
You can pretend.
Yeah, and we'll
Until
see
then,
you. We'll see you soon.
It's going to be okay.
Good night, everyone. Bye bye.